There's no way I can outrun him on foot. So I need to come up with a counter strategy. Come on, think. You played games like this before? Oh, and in that sense, the loss condition is he catches me. And the win condition, I got it. If I think of it like an action game, I know just what to do. I bet that building will give me the terrain advantage I need. This place was abandoned mid-demolition. It's been crumbling under the force of the elements. So for someone his size, getting all the way up here will be tough. He just jumped it? He's a beast. Okay.
Not telling you what to do, but that's a great landing zone.
What's his next move?
Hit the jets, we're dropping hot.
Hey, freak!
Vediamo.
Attenzione, enemy landed near me.
Round one.
Back it up.
Oh, that over me.
First blood.
First blood. Gotta be someone. Glad it's not one of
Time.
us.
The ring is close. There's a whole minute to play.
Eliminated.
Dropping a tracker?
Nice. Hell of a day.
Rings up.
Rings next door. 45. Frag out. Found it. Supply.
Dropping a tracker?
Nice.
It's okay. I don't think anyone saw it. Except whoever shot.
Yeah, that was. I'm like so used to throwing my fucking stun shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
But haven't won yet.
Un momento. Gotta heal.
Hey, ring's closing. We are all in the danger zone.
Okay.
Looking for an R99.
Healing.
Care package being
Sniper
delivered.
shot here. Well, optics here.
Incoming care
Close
package.
range.
Protect. Rings up. Flame out if I don't get some healing in me. Choose
Give
an
me a second.
upgrade.
Sure thing.
If only I was someone to show you ramen.
Hey, itchy.
Positions. It's on your map. Rings up.
R99 here.
I'll bag that. Bags out.
Standard stock here. Level 2.
I need it.
Here, check.
Thanks.
You know.
Weapons enhanced. Now let's leave a mark on the world.
Not on this side.
What is it? Put them in.
light mag here. Level 2.
Standard stock here. Level 1.
Oh, okay.
Ready for burn. How about you? Go for burn.
We're getting shot at. Okay.
We'll be coming by with our beverage cart. Drinks are not complimentary, though you'll wish to God they will be soon enough.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Survey beacon out there.
Sparrow, you can shoot your thingy.
Yeah.
Per favore. On your map. Standard stock here. Level 2.
Weapons enhanced. Let's leave a mark on the
Weapon is
world.
somehow more useful than before.
Take an upgrade that'll blow your head. Things are not complimentary on this flight.
Oh, down.
Though you'll wish to God they were soon enough. Wings out. Replicator incoming.
Nice. Weapon's looking fine.
Oh, the dog.
Reloading. Confirmed kill on whole squad.
Now that's how you kill an opponent.
Heads up. Rings close in 1.
Wings out.
I broke an enemy sheep. Hostile spotted.
I broke an opponent's shield.
Down.
Took out an enemy.
Weapons enhanced. Let's leave a mark on the world.
Rings next door. 45.
Yeah.
Watch out! Opponent there! Setting a tracker. Un momento, per favore. Hai
My
enemy
shield to
position
recharge.
to your map. Non c'è di. Attenzione, taking damage.
Me.
I'm recharging my shields.
Taking fire. Stay down.
Guarda, enemy tracked. Took out an enemy. Who's next? That enemy shield is broken. Moving a tracker. I'm recharging my shields. Target scanned and tracked.
Outside the ring.
Forza!
Move unless you want to get barbecued.
Except for the shot.
Charging on my shields.
Thanks. Good looking out.
Delivering care package.
Ooh, new supplies dropping. I could use more stuff.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh.
Dropping the bag.
That scan fucked me up.
I did it.
You got me in the air? Damn.
Bitch.
Now what?
Shit, we gotta go.
He can jump. He'll definitely.
Yeah, we might. Oh, yeah, they're up off on me.
Attempt to
Damn.
make his way up here.
Oh.
Hey, you were kind of standard though.
Sufficient planning and preparation?
Starship, made to fly.
Akira Shiroyanagi. Never in a million years would I have thought you'd fight my little pet and live to tell the tale.
Who is this woman? How long is she?
You should be proud. But I'm sorry to say, this is what they call an unwinnable fight.
I couldn't anticipate.
Sorry? Come again?
If it's an unwinnable fight, then this isn't game over.
That's true. The fun's just getting started. See you soon, my sweet prince.
As long as I get another chance, then I'll be okay. I'll win next time. I want to find a new game to help me escape this boring reality. Where am I? Handcuffs? Hang on, shouldn't I be? Oh, I'm fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! It's such a pleasure to meet you all. I'm your friendly hostess, the beautiful magician Mion. I hope you're all prepared for a wonderful show.
Cat girl.
Let me begin with my most heartfelt congratulations. You've been chosen for our project's esteemed focus group. I'll walk you through the details with a few
I was born before you hit the ground.
First things first, every one of you has been removed from the National Registry. As far as society is concerned, you're as good as dead. Seriously? So what's that mean? Your rights and freedoms have been revoked, and you'll be operating solely under our organization's directives. Second on our list. Huh?
How's about we go ahead and cut the bullshit, girlie?
Don't you have perfect timing? I needed a volunteer.
You killed two of them. Only the last one? Woo! Hot spot. I like it.
Yeah, they're gonna be under us for sure. Going down.
Went down? What?
No, I said I went down.
Oh.
Yeah, they're fucking down there. Jesus Christ, I can hear them. Oh shit, on me. Are you fucking kidding me? One on me. Cooked here.
Come in. You top or bottom?
Top.
Oh, shit. I need one?
Yeah, just one.
There's two. Fuck.
Only one was on me.
No. The whole team. Fuck. Almost got me. Oh, you guys is pushing. Okay.
Perfect sound.
And no shields.
You're smarter than you think. Let's keep it up. Any other questions? I have one. Yuri on the castle. Go ahead.
Seems weird that no one's asked about this, but how did you choose us for this program? It's obvious that you've learned all about
This
us.
crowd his banner, man.
What did you see in all of
He was
us?
wasting time over here.
He's fucking him up.
Wings up.
That takes a weight off your mind. You need to look up
Oh, right here.
water into a freak traffic accident.
Miss Mia, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yes. That's right already. I suppose we
Just a
can
second. Healing up.
It's time to prepare you all for our first program. You'll be fighting one-on-one. If you follow
They're coming.
I'll
They're
give you
coming.
your own private rooms. There you can take some time to learn.
A little tip for you all. You want to bridge the gap
God damn it, man.
I wish I knew who these people were, or at least what they're after. I hate being in the dark. But all I can do for the time being is figure out my new ability. The difficulty of any given game will vary based on the conditions you're presented. Let's see what we're working with. You've got to be kidding.
Oh, Akira.
You're awfully fixated on him.
Oh, yes. He's my personal favorite.
What kind of power is this? How am I supposed to use it? All right, Genpeito. That hits the spot, because the juice is flowing. I guess they really do know me inside and out, down to my favorite snacks. But so much about this feels wrong. That hostess most of all. Yeah, it's almost like she... What was that? Someone testing their own ability, I guess. That sounded powerful. What if someone flat out tries to kill me? How am I supposed to counter something like that? Wait. She said there's no penalty for harm or death. Which means she expects us to fail. She's been baiting us into killing each other from the very start. An ability focus group. Yeah, right. But I might as well give it my best shot.
It's all coming together, Yang. I just love this group. And I can't wait to see how they start to carry themselves when the only thing between them and certain death is the click of their handcuffs. So why don't we get this show on the road? Our first program, one-on-one.
I'll find us.
Yo. Yeah, surprised me too. What a stupid setup.
Is he my opponent?
I always hated being stuck in...
Got an enemy dropping near me. Got an enhanced weapon and a smile on my face. Picked an upgrade to give me the upper hand. Grabbed our teammate's banner. Lucky them. Shields recharging. New kill leader appointed.
The farm, and I ain't ready to settle down. Thanks.
Survey beacon over there.
Weapons enhanced. Now let's leave a mark on the world.
Always ready with the fallback.
Enhanced weapon make me look scarier? I bet it does. Map shows we're spread out. Passing that info along.
Charging on my shields. I'm itching to use it.
No, you don't. Because I'm using the void nexus. It's not magic.
Why?
45 seconds and rings far. Fire up the afterburners and move.
Hold on. Recharging shield.
I just gotta patch myself up. Hang on. Spam to the woozle. Yeah, sending out a decoy.
Bogey over there.
Forcing to heal.
Check out that way.
Who wants to fly? Pushing cruise over there.
Loud and clear.
Ultimate's ready. Who wants to fly?
next ring. Are we playing wisely?
Yeah, I could use that.
Phoenix kit here. Med kit here. Backpack here. Laser standard stuff. Infinite.
Light ammo here. Thank you. Nothing up my sleeves and extras. Backpack here. Level 2.
Padlocked abandoned.
Can I get that infinite ammo?
Got an amp here. Power booster.
Yeah, come down here. There's another one.
Got an amp here. Infinite ammo.
Thank you.
Already in the next ring. The fun can come to us.
Send in a decoy. Wait, how do I know I'm not the decoy?
Got a bandit in my sights.
Bad guy over there.
Retractable shield. Reloading.
My shot.
Bandit down. Champion's out. And I'm just brokenhearted about it.
Replicator incoming. Always ready with the fallback. 2 enemy squads left.
Ran out of ideas. Give him my shield to recharge.
You can pull me. Pull me.
Let's go here.
GG's.
You go to twin for real.
You are the Apex champions.
Inside a classroom.
I remember. He's the delinquent.
I'd like to get out of here, so listen up. I want you to surrender the second the battle starts. Got it? I'm gonna win either way, but giving up would save me precious time and you a world of pain. Power's pretty nasty. So what do you say, kid?
No. Let's see it through.
Well, you've got some backbone at least.
Hope you're ready. Our first program will begin shortly. Matches will only end in the event of an admission of defeat, loss of consciousness, or death. Have fun! Begin!
As soon as these cuffs unlock, we can use our abilities. So in 5 seconds, the battle begins.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you, kiddo. Let's go, freshman!
He turned it into a sword.
me! Knock it off!
Cute tricks and all, but let's put this to bed.
I don't understand why he hasn't activated his ability.
It's not time yet.
What is that, a barricade? I get that you're scared to lose, but we really shouldn't drag this out. I figure you got stuck with an ability that's useless in a fight, and that sucks for you. So just give up already!
That's what I was waiting for.
You tricked me for the last time. All right, kid.
It'll be fun.
I don't want to be here any more than you do, and I'd rather not make mincemeat out of you if I can help it.
You're operating under a false assumption about my power. It's the opposite.
You better buckle up, Yang. It's showtime.
What does that mean?
Well, the only reason I'm hesitant to use it is because it's pretty dangerous.
I'm shaking in my...
Let's head that direction. I'm out of light ammo. Being shot at. Shield recharging.
Attention. Are now available. Grab that teammate's banner. Lucky then.
Yo, retard, that's not doing anything.
Fallback plan altered. Returning you to my void nexus so you won't miss me too much. Recklessly. I like that.
Yep, no, those eggs can't even kill me right. Fancy as. We're already inside the next ring.
Attention. There is a new kill.
Boy Nexus, boy Nexus, boy Nexus. Oh, boy Nexus.
Can't go yet, Dr. Summers. There's so much more for you to do.
Get him, get him, get him.
Yeah, I can't. They're knocking him out.
Shields recharging. Just
Wait, why should we not get him?
good. I'll bring out.
They were finishing him.
Oh, yeah, criteria. Ah.
Neighbor, pal. And we've got about a minute to find her. 45 seconds. The ring is far off.
About friends, Banner.
Heal it up.
Curator. Close ring. We've got 30 seconds. Ooh, Curator out there to play with.
I'm back and feeling choice. Yeah, cousin. Let's get back to the killing.
Spotted an enemy there. Calling in a respawn beacon.
Grenade flung.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package on its way. Sweet as. What's that we say? Grenade!
Reloading. Enemy shield cracked. Hold on.
The suckers.
Getting loot there. Frag out.
Hold on, bro. What the hell?
Play recklessly idle.
They might push, so use your ult. Just run, go that way. They're all right here. One's chasing. Yeah, they're on my body. Don't go in there, go around, go to the right. They're gonna push you.
A boot's over here. You expect me to believe that? Oh, I'm not bluffing. You've already seen what it can do. Seriously? When? Then it's down to sudden death. Ready? Go. One final trick. You should have listened to me. Because I have the hand cannon ability. There we go. I know you saw it too. nasty ability. So that's how my power works. And his ends its effect when he drops the sword. The tables have turned. You're injured. And you've lost your weapon.
Replicator inside on the DVC. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Miss me designs.
Not me bad.
Think I owe you.
Rings near, Fuzzy. Got a minute before she closes. Rings closing in 45 and we're right next door. Just brilliant, that is.
Enhance my weapon. It seems stronger, doesn't it? Care package here, love. Something fun inside. Rings nearby with 30 to close. Wow, it's like we planned this.
Quite fond of this weapon. Especially now it's enhanced.
Avoid this area.
Mess 'em up.
Reloading.
I can queue us through this.
Over here.
Killing and drilling.
Got a lock here.
Gotta drill some sense into yous. Justin, Egg there. Let's smash 'em.
I'm gonna shoot you from the side. Pinged it.
There. Enemy here. Mess 'em up. Fired up.
Reloading.
Countdown.
You fellas know the drill.
Defend
You should surrender, or I'll be forced to shoot you. Your pick. Rats. So be it. Lose.
Winner! Akira Shiro Yanagi! See? He's my favorite for a reason.
Yes, that was impressive.
I couldn't be prouder. Use that ability to its full potential right out of the gate.
That cannon could have won the battle. Again.
All for illusions is amazing as our teacher. Akira is a mere magician. I know he said the cannon was his ability, but it's not.
Just looking across that damage if it's just an illusion.
The mind's a tricky thing. His ability relies on deception. So he used me. Sophist, your ability is whatever the other person thinks it is. For this to be effective, he has to create a believable environment and voice his ability to his opponent at exactly the right time. My cannon was perfect for his first attempt. He stalled until his enemy made an assumption, then twisted the scenario to fit his needs.
Shit, they'll turn the lights on.
Oh, my sweet prince. You're everything I hoped for and more.
No.
I made it through that one. But there's still a lot about this power that I want to test. Working with different abilities will completely change the playstyle and difficulty setting for each battle. I'll keep my head down and play by their rules for now. But once the tutorial level is over, and I master this ability, I'll make that Catwoman regret ever giving it to me. She'll see. I'm just getting started.
Mian and Yang's next episode preview.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm Yang.
And I'm Mian.
We sincerely hope you enjoyed our premiere episode of...
me!
Battle Game in 5 seconds. In episode 2, our heroines...
Training as Mian's medical apprentice shall begin in earnest.
Llama
The question on everyone's mind is, will Mian
en las noches para platicar.
Disregard that. What horrible training that would be. Anyway, please stop interrupting my preview.
We're running out of time. Hurry it up, Yang.
Show seems a little dumb. But there's nothing to watch. So we're watching this shit.
Nice, decent weapons. Alright, I can work with this. Oh, that's a big fight. I can taste it now.
It's good to see you again, Yuri. I missed you so much, Yuri. Let's go somewhere, Yuri. Come on, I'm a nice guy.
Hey, I'm home. Barry!
What? Oh.
Come here. I want you to meet someone.
Ah, is this the famous daughter?
We did not at the bar tonight.
There's multiple teams.
Funny about this.
Same brand of creep. I can't stand these idiots.
Tell you what, your girl
I'm gonna let them fight each other while I call for you. Oh, nice, he's got a fallback. Nice.
Oh, you sweet talker.
Isn't kill leader making recklessly? I
Let me try this again.
Follow the tunnel.
Needs that gun. I kidnapped some people. I'm gonna try and drag someone through my portal. Good luck.
Shield cracked. Reloading.
Portal's ready.
Ah, damn it! I didn't get assistance on it.
Shields.
Never mind. They're all gone. They're all hiding. Let me loot some of these bodies.
Enemy landed close. So glad. Being shot at. Using a void nexus.
Done respawning.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on this team here. That was shooting teammate. Careful. People on your left still.
Broken enemy shield. Oscar out.
Frag out.
Recharging my shields.
Oh, that doesn't work.
No, yeah, that's your shield.
Got a fallback set.
Reloading. Enemy down. Throwing arc star.
Recharging shields.
Oh, damn it.
Setting a portal.
Tossing it.
Firing. Broken enemy shield.
Shields recharging.
I downed an enemy.
I'm getting shot.
Eight.
Down. Also close. Heads up. Check out this wing.
Crawl inside if you can.
Let's move here.
That's where the other guy is. One on the zip line. Two up there.
Watch yourself. There's a big down.
Fuck. Damn it. I tried activating that void nexus, but I don't know what the hell teammate's doing. We came over here to help him fight, and then he ran away and left us.
Care package over there.
He's going for the key.
You're on my Instagram liking my pictures. I with it, dude. I with it.
Half the squads are gone. I have our friends
I am from
banner.
New York. Yeah.
Oh,
I
whose
am.
shields
I
are
am.
low? Auto recharge
I am.
them, I
It does
guess.
just mean I tried to
I have
use
our
word on my
friends
first period, but I am.
Replicator coming down.
I am a New Yorker at heart. You're on my Instagram.
When did you realize you had an amazing voice? Do you think that you have an amazing voice? No. No, it's not special. No.
Oh, shields are weak. Better recharge them.
Right. But yours is. It's special. No, it ain't special. It's amazing. Really? You're the voice of God. Yeah. When did you realize you had? When
Right, he's got us back. I'm hungry for more punishment. I've got 1 kill and 420 damage. Oh, yeah. Alright. Oh, these guys are fighting so hard around here. I want to get in on it.
Map shows we're spread out a lot.
Care package being delivered. Care package incoming. Hey, Taiha.
Oh, this is great. I scared them off of the loot. Oh, yeah. All this loot, baby. Let's go.
Void Nex is there. We should use it.
You're gonna die again and complain again, man. Just move.
Why? Care package over there.
Nah. I don't die. I just fall with grace.
Returning to our void nexus.
Whee! Alright. I wonder, is anyone in that area dumb enough to follow me through that void nexus? No, they're not. Okay.
New kid to play with. I'm at max
Oh shit! Falling. No, I'm not. Never mind. I'm alive. Oh, somebody respawning on me? Oh, hells yeah. Come here, bitch. Your ass is mine.
Target landed near me. Wrong choice.
Oh, never mind. Your ass is theirs.
Teams stick together, right?
Broken enemy shield.
Oh, never mind. No, your ass is mine. I lied.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Thank you. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Why? I've upgraded.
Deploying a respawn beacon.
Hey, everybody, go. Look at that respawn. Go push that respawn.
Frag out. 45 seconds. Rings close. Throwing thermite grenade.
Big bitten.
Getting shot at. Reloading.
Rings nearby with 32 close. 8.
There's 2 guys here trying to get their respawn.
Opening fire.
Looks like they're gonna get respawn. That's fine.
Rings close.
Oh, big knock. They don't get respawn.
Set the portal. Need to recharge my shield.
The ring's moving. Going to burn if we don't get inside.
Care package coming in. Reloading.
Get re-knocked, bitch. And now you die to storm. Oh, that sucks. Really sucks to be you. There's an altar on my hard left. He's coming into storm from over here. You might be able to intercept him. He's down below here. He is the last guy on his team. He's hiding in this building. Legit one dude on me. Yeah, fuck him up. GG's. That's what you get, biatch.
People in front of us.
Nice. Alright. I'm gonna grab me a little diddly bit of light ammo.
Help teammate.
whole team potentially about to follow me. Oh no, they're coming in on foot. Yeah, those guys. That's what's going on.
They're going to the high ground.
Keep rolling, keep rolling. Bruh. I've got the Nike 30 HP, be careful. They're pushing hard. Nice, GG.
Need to recharge my shields.
If you can grab this banner, I can go for the res. Nice. I've got an alt XL. I'll use it to make a portal for the respawn. I got you, bro. Try to land on that portal when you come down, Johnny.
Ring's pretty close.
Yeah.
We are being watched. My aim is apparently awful. We've got a corset team pushing us. Yeah, let's rotate out. Nice.
Fuck's sakes.
Here's my ult.
I was trying to get finishes on that corset team, but yeah.
It's a duo now. It's just a duo.
Oh, you got a first on one of them? Nice.
No, they thirsted one of them. It's just a duo.
Alright, cool. Yeah, because we knocked two of them, but I guess I got the res on one. Oh, fuck yeah. They're taking risks.
We got circle. They're fucked.
Go get. Ooh. Oh.
Then I happened to see that idiot one more time. Hey! What's wrong with you?
Amazing! How'd you know I was here? We must be connected. If this isn't proof that we're meant to be soulmates, I don't know what is. So maybe...
Will you shut up and get down from there? I'm not exactly invested in you as a person, but at least have the decency to kill yourself somewhere I don't have to see it!
Dang! If you want to stop me, then return my feelings. Otherwise,
For the love of... This day can't get any weirder. Come on! Take my hand and let's go! I got better things to do with my time than babysit you!
Wow, would you look at that? You really can't abandon me, can you? This reminds me of the first day you happened upon me. You saved me then, and now...
Give me a break, you stupid little...
Yes, it is.
No way. This can't be. I really thought I was gonna wake up in my old room. That murder-suicide and the Catwoman with the arm cannon could just fade into nothing like any other weird dream, and I could go about my day. Home. I have to get home. There's not even a doorknob. They're treating us like prisoners. Oh, why is this happening to me?
The reason you were brought here today was totally random.
It was totally random, huh? No funny. Cut me some freaking slack already! This totally sucks! You can't just lock me up based on random chance! Hey! Let me out! Let me out! Someone help. I can't stay. I have to get home.
Isn't she an odd bird? Remind me of her ability again.
That's Miss Yuri Amagake. She has...
This ability in that little spitfire? Well, she'll make for one interesting candidate indeed.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to have some kind of superpower now, right? Sounds kind of weird, but okay. How am I supposed to test that in here? Holy freaking crap. Wait a sec.
Someone's predictable.
Seriously? This stupid ability is totally useless.
Now, I suppose we shouldn't blame her for trying, but she must know we wouldn't give her a power that would let her escape.
Why is it always like this? Nothing ever goes my way. I'm back. I almost have enough saved up to ditch this place for good and go make a life of my own. I'm so close to 1 million yen, I can taste it. Who's there?
Sorry, it's just me.
Oh, Mom's new boyfriend's kid.
They told me I was supposed to stay here with you until they got back.
Oh, yeah? Do you remember what time they left?
I don't know. This morning?
This morning? So when was the last time you ate? Hey now, don't just inhale it, you gotta chew.
Thank you very much for the meal.
You got good manners for such a little kid.
I liked it. You're a really good cook.
Thanks. I've been cooking since I was your size, more or less. If the old man, your dad, didn't say how long you'd be gone, let me run a bath for you. Wanna go together? I wound up taking care of her after all, like a pushover. Whatever. They'll break up soon enough. I can live with it till then. because I just happened to have you. My entire life was ruined.
The one-on-one matchups have been finalized.
I wanted nothing more than to escape that place for so long. But now...
Let's see. You're Miss Yuri, aren't you? When I first got here, I thought I'd been cast into hell. But seeing a sweet little thing like you gives me hope. Yeah, I could smell you from all the way over here. You've got a lot of fight in you, and oh my, you're a virgin.
Who is this guy?
Am I right? I couldn't believe it at first, but they really have given me the most wonderful ability. I've always loved the way teen girls smell. This just makes it that much better. So how did I do? Am I wrong? Or did I nail it?
Shut your trap, you nasty old perv! You better stay back! One more step and I'll beat the shit out of you!
Oh, I hope that's a promise, darling. I can't get off without a little show of resistance first!
I told you to stay the hell back!
That's exactly what I wanted. You've got incredible balance and reflexes, Yuri dear. Even with as top-heavy as you are. I just love that. Totally my fetish. I'm really worked up now.
Yeah, well, same here. Now that I know you're the kind of creep who preys on little girls, I can wreck your shit guilt-free!
Oh, that bluster makes for a lovely perfume.
What the hell are you doing?
There's no rule against this. I can dress or undress however I want, and you can't stop me.
This is psychotic! The dude's a total degenerate!
I got you now, girly. Oh, wriggle all you want. It won't do any good. What a lovely smell. Terror and confusion are delicious on you. I want to learn everything about you this way. Let me take complete control.
Let go, freak!
Holding you like this really takes me back to the very first time.
That was fun. Do you do this kind of thing a lot?
I guess so, yeah. Keeps me feeling young, you know.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
You did a great job.
Wow, you must be a real high roller, mister. This company is kind of a big deal.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
200,000 yen.
That's a little higher than what we originally agreed on.
Oh, please, I'm sure you can afford it. But if you don't have the cash on you now, I could always come by your office later.
She thinks she can threaten me. This little brat is blackmailing me. That's ridiculous. I'm in charge. I'm in control. I didn't stop trembling for hours. I've never felt anything like that before. The ecstasy of taking a life is addicting. I started working out so I could take control of all the teenage girls I paid for. When I showed up here, I was afraid I wouldn't get to do it anymore. But my first battle just happened to be with a girl like you. I guess chance really does favor the prepared.
The reason you were brought here today was totally random.
Things like that just happen. Yeah, it was totally random.
Look at that. This reminds me of the first day you happened upon me and saved me.
Funny how life works out, isn't it? And because I'm stuck with you. Because I just happen to have you. My entire life was ruined.
How dare you? Don't talk to me about chance. Animals like you do this on purpose. You choose to take advantage of the weak, like they're expendable.
How are you?
If you refuse to empathize with our pain, I'll make you feel it!
How'd you do that? You're supposed to be afraid. I should be in charge. I should be in control! She disappeared.
See you in hell, you piece of shit! Sick of this shit! Stupid assholes like you! Random chance! I've had enough!
Miss Yuri Amagake, your ability is the ability to quintuple your physical abilities.
I won't be defined by chance. I'm in control of my own destiny!
Winner, Yuri Amagake. How can she already move like that? It should be hard for her to walk with that ability at first. Much less... I suppose the stress made her tap into it instinctively. Miss Neon was right. An ability that relies on impulse in such an uninhibited girl. Yuri Amagake, you may just be a prodigy.
Hold on a little longer. I'll find my way home as soon as I can. And no one's gonna stop me!
I'll use this ability to crush you all. I keep deliberately thinking that, but there's never any reaction. I would suggest that whoever these people are, they can't read my mind. Though it's also possible they can, and they're choosing to ignore me for the time being. If they're trying to size me up, I'll be more than happy to show them what I'm capable of. This ability is pretty amazing. It can track what another person is thinking and make it a reality. And I don't feel particularly tired out by it. So where exactly does this power come from?
Where do you think? From the lifespan, of course. Our main energy source is human life, so plan carefully. Because every time someone uses an ability in our little game, someone out in the real world drops dead. You're so gullible.
Time to go.
They referred to those battles as the first program. So I assume that means this won't all be 1v1. What are they going to throw us into next?
Go on in.
What's up with Don?
You again?
Welcome! Our second program will be a series of 5-on-5 team battles. We'll begin in precisely 2 hours. Good luck.
Team battles.
How come that guy's not dead?
Next episode preview. We hope you enjoyed our second episode.
We'll have a ton of action.
Yeah, so far so fucking trash.
Hope you're all well rested, because our second program will be a series of 5-on-5 team battles.
Team battles?
We'll escort you to the venue in 2 hours.
Even briefer than the explanation we got for the one-on-ones.
What am I supposed to do
That shit was fucking boring, bro. Sit right there. No.
Battles would be inevitable. But if we want to coordinate, we'll likely have to reveal our abilities to each other. My real ability manifests based on whatever the
Come
other person thinks it is. In our one-on-one, I told Kirisaki
Good
it was
girl.
the arm cannon. So, what should I tell the rest of the team?
Looks like we're in this one together, whether we like it or not. So what do you say we break the ice and start cooking up a plan?
The builder was those 2 weeks that I had to wait, bro.
Start with some basic introductions. The name Sawatari and the ability, if you'll believe it.
There's so much walking. So much fucking walking, dude.
Impressive, right?
It's called Yapping Kaizen. That's what it should be called. Because it's just fucking yapping.
Yeah, I heard you, but there's no way that's all they gave you. That's just a crappy parlor trick.
Hey, why don't you back off? Or at least tell me something I don't already know.
This guy acts like he's hot stuff, but he's just dead weight.
Well, fine. What's your power then, lady?
Yeah, don't call me lady. My name is Yuri Yamagake. My power quintuples my physical abilities.
That's amazing. So how's about you, buddy?
I'm Madoka Kirisaki. I can turn any stick into a sword.
Sheesh, sounds like the two of you really hit the jackpot, didn't you? And how about you, sir?
I'm Kumagiri. Apparently, I can become invincible for 2 seconds.
Apparently.
That's what it said in the letter. But if something was planted in me without my consent, I won't use it.
Are you some kind of professional fighter, sir?
I'm a pro wrestler. On the outside, at least.
All right. Well, it's good to have you, dude.
And last but not least...
My name's Akira Shirayonagi. My ability. Time to choose. Do I tell them the truth? The answer is obvious. No way. Lets me turn my hand into a cannon.
You got the same one as the cannon lady? Ah, this is the worst. Why am I the only one with an iffy ability?
I'm good for a getaway and primed for a fight.
I'm the button guy. How do you think it went? I can't do anything with this.
If I don't tell them my real ability, I'm permanently locked into whatever I tell them.
I got your back. Remember me tell you.
If I do tell them my real ability, they might be willing to help me explore its potential for future battles. They also nullify my intentions and render me helpless. So, revealing my ability to the wrong person could be the death of me.
Introducing your champion.
I barely know this. I better not risk it. If I ever want to tell someone, I'll have to choose wisely.
Anyway, now that we got all that boring stuff out of
Let's make a varsity play for the death. Tally on bandit out there. Ignore me. I'm hungry. Don't know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, when you first got here, it sounded like you two had already...
Let's game. I watch fucking anime instead.
Tally on bandit out there. Oh, ignore me. I'm hungry. Got ourselves a bandit out there. Ignore me. Don't know what I'm saying. Shields on that bandit.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
No. She's low. Oh, let me go look at the thing in the oven. Ow. Ya te prendí tu fan. You should be chilling. Should be chilling. Should be vibing.
Already gotten acquainted.
We had to fight each other in the one-on-ones.
Ah, would you look at that? It's the old Fireforge friendship trope in living color. Huh. And if he's worried about your injuries, then that must mean he cleaned your clock. But try not to take it too hard.
You're getting awful mouthy there for someone who got his own ass kicked.
They had a medic treat me as soon as the fight was over. It was all bandages and generic painkillers, though.
Weird for these guys to skip on healthcare of all things. They seem so well funded.
It's an indication they consider us expendable.
I'm still waiting for an answer on who they are exactly.
Nice. I got them to change the subject. I really didn't want them to make me demonstrate the cannon. There's no guarantee I could even activate it in here. My biggest question about the whatever the other person thinks it is ability is who counts as the other person. If that only refers to an obvious hostile combatant, then I won't be able to activate it around these four no matter what. A team battle is just the right conditions to give me the answers I need. Trying to get them here could expose the respect. I really appreciate this guy. He was careless enough to reveal his power right off the bat, and made himself the center of attention. That keeps the attention off of me. It's almost time. If I can get a better idea of the other's abilities, maybe I can sketch out a plan. Excuse me, Miss Amagake?
Just Yuri.
Huh?
Amagake is an ugly name and I hate hearing it. So just call me Yuri.
Okay. Then Yuri, out of all of us, your power's the most versatile. Do you have any idea how high you're able to jump?
I don't know.
Would you mind running a test?
Sure, if you think it'll help.
It can be small.
Yeah, no prob.
Wait, if she jumps that high, then...
Oh!
Yeah, called it.
She reached the ceiling so easily. That's...
You tricked me, you stupid pervert!
What the...
Hey, man, I looked away.
But you looked, you monkey man freak! Hey, big guy, hold him down for me!
Shoot.
Hey, you wouldn't lay a hand on your own.
Shut up! Freak! Hey, cut it out!
Idiots. Way to waste all your energy right before we walk into the arena.
You shut up!
I'm sorry, okay? All I wanted to know was how your ability affects your body once it's activated. Like, does it increase both your muscle strength and weight? Or just your strength? A jump was the simplest way to figure that out, okay?
And to get a look at my panties.
I was looking at the jump!
What's the matter, Pops?
Some words of wisdom for you. If you see an opening, kill your opponent, no matter who they are.
Jeez, where'd that come from?
Remember what Cannon Lady told us at the very beginning. There's one rule that all the programs share. We won't be penalized for killing fellow focus group members. We're all capable of murder under the right circumstances. So if anyone has to die in there, make damn sure it ain't you. And don't expect your enemy to hesitate. Of course, you're free to ignore me if you want to. But don't you dare say I didn't warn you either. Shall we?
Wow, it's so big.
It's tiny.
That's our ring, I take it.
Hey, guess that's the other team hanging out.
4 of them. What happened to their fit?
I think I see them. They're hiding in the shadows.
What's his damage?
If this is our ring, does that mean...
Welcome! The second program will begin shortly. One member from each team will be called at random to enter the ring for a one-on-one fight. The winning team will be determined by the best of 5 matches. Matches will only end in the event of expulsion from the ring, an admission of defeat, loss of consciousness, or death. First up, Satoru Sawatari and Rin Kashi. Please, make your way to the ring.
You gotta be kidding me. Their idea of a team battle is judo-style bouts? Just when I thought I had them figured out.
They played us for fools. After the one-on-ones, they fed us the idea of a true 5-on-5, with time to prepare and strategize as a group, which encouraged us to reveal our abilities. But a team battle that's just a series of one-on-one bouts doesn't require us to do any of that. We wasted our time and worse, unnecessarily revealed crucial information to people we may have to fight in the future. They orchestrated this purely to watch us flounder. How utterly vile.
Have fun! Begin!
I bet it won't be the last trick they pull before we're done here.
She's looking pretty low-key, but I only trust this chick about as far as I can throw her.
Mr. Sawatari, may I bend your ear? I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Just a little thing. Would you be so kind as to forfeit?
Say what?
Mr. Sawatari, would you be so kind as to forfeit? I'm not particularly comfortable fighting like this, but I'm much too afraid to find out what might happen to me if I were to lose. So you see, I was hoping you'd give up. Would you please?
Yeah, right. Nice try, lady. But I'll bet dollars to donuts you got something sneaky hidden under that sheet. Or else you got an ability that uses the cloth somehow. I've seen your type before. You lure guys like me into a false sense of security, and then wham!
Fallback plan O set.
Oh, goodness, you've got it all wrong. I'm wearing this sheet course, I won't ask you to forfeit for nothing. I'll be happy to thank you personally later. What do you say?
Whoa, hold up. Is she saying what I think she's saying?
Brilliant. I never thought about negotiating that way.
You must think I'm real stupid, huh? But I gotta admit, it ain't a bad offer.
See, I told you Monkey Man was a freaking perv!
You suck, dude. I'm gonna kill you myself.
Have a little more faith in me than that, you idiots. I meant not having to fight in the first place wasn't a bad offer. Because I must admit, I'm not eager to engage in battle. My ability is a bit on the dangerous side. So if I'm not careful, I could kill her by accident. Look, I ain't in the business of harming women, but I ain't just gonna roll over either. So instead, how about we gamble on it? Whoever loses the coin flip forfeits on the spot. Simple and fair. Sound good to you?
Well, it's true that his ability isn't very useful in combat.
And depending on her ability, he could be in serious danger.
So we'd rather take the 50-50 odds than get his butt whooped.
He's not taking advantage of her? Maybe he's not such a creep.
Wait, this strategy doesn't...
What an interesting proposal. Very well. I'd like to call heads.
Then it's tails for the classy gentleman. I appreciate your candor, missy, but the name of the game is lie, cheat, manipulate. You gotta do whatever it takes to survive. Ah!
I'm so sorry. But like I said, I'm too afraid to forfeit. So I really need you to lose.
He didn't realize the one flaw in his plan. It'll never work against someone who intends to kill you from the start. He moved his eyes to the coin, and that's when she struck.
No way! Monkey Man! Get up!
Stay calm. Don't look away and don't stop thinking. What the hell kind of ability let her do something like that?
Hey, man. You didn't catch that, did you?
Unfortunately not. I'm as confused as you are. That woman barely moved an inch the whole time she was up there. And yet she practically made those blades appear out of thin air. How?
Well, nothing we can do. All right, trash him.
Hang on! What did you just
Yuri,
say?
you should stay away from the ring.
You're gonna dump his body! You can't do that! Try to help him!
Well, so much for that dumbass. He talked a big game, but he couldn't follow his own stupid advice when it really mattered. If he'd kept his guard up for 2 seconds, we could have at least figured out what her ability is. Useless asshole.
What's your problem? How can you say that about someone who just died trying to help you out?
I won't stand for that either. You never speak that way about your comrades. Take it back.
Why don't you make me?
Sawatari's death is affecting them more than I expected. This isn't good.
Looks like they're having a bit of a disagreement. We should do our best to present a united front. Oh, does it bother you that I killed someone? I only did what I had to.
I mean...
Surely you all heard what we discussed up there. He said his ability was so dangerous he could even kill me by accident. So I know you won't blame me for simply protecting myself. Will you?
You want to do this right now, old man?
That's enough. We can't afford a falling out right now. They're right, Kirisaki. We're supposed to be a team, remember? And while it's certainly important that we feel comfortable speaking our minds, I don't think now is the time. That's fair, right? Maybe we can pick this up later.
I get you. Sure, we can drop this for now.
Match number 2. Shin Kumagiri versus Ringo Tatara. Please enter the ring.
Yeah, you're right. I apologize. Indeed. Any further discussion can wait until after we've all survived this.
I realize I'm probably preaching to the choir, big guy. But that little girl seems pretty damn chill about the idea of going toe-to-toe with a Hulk like you. Try not to end up like Monkey Man.
Don't worry about it. She really does seem extremely calm. Is that an indication of a powerful ability? Either way, I can't afford to lose. I won't rest until I put a stop to this absurd game.
Have fun! Begin!
I'll keep my guard up, but closing the distance early will be key. If I throw her out of the ring, I can win without harming her. Here it comes.
I want to forfeit. I admit defeat in this match.
Okay.
Really?
One combatant has admitted defeat. Then Tomagiri wins.
What was that all about?
I guess her ability sucks in a fight or something?
That could be it. But we didn't even get to see enough to speculate. Maybe she was just scared.
I'm sorry.
What happened up there, sweetheart?
There was no way I could beat him in a head-to-head fight. He's too big. Plus, I copied his ability as soon as the cuffs were unlocked, but I couldn't make anything happen.
Nothing at all?
That's right. I think it must have some kind of condition attached to it. If I copy an ability but can't immediately activate it, then I'm entirely defenseless. I can't beat a man like that with no powers.
Oh, goodness. Well, you tried your best. And it still wasn't good enough. You had him on the ropes from the very beginning. You could have at least gotten him to show off his ability, couldn't you? Think before you make another stupid decision.
Miss Rin, please don't.
You do realize this is a team match, don't you? If we lose because of you, we might all be penalized. Why should I suffer when I won my round? Huh? Speak up, I'm all ears.
Don't worry, Rin, I got this. My power gives me a real advantage in these kind of fights. We'll win the next round for sure.
Oh, that's a good point. Sorry I lost my head. Do forgive me.
Thank you so much for stopping her, Zokumyoin. Hey, no worries. What are teammates for? I'm glad I managed to talk her down. But Tadara really impressed me there. She didn't show a hint of fear that entire time. That was terrifying! What's that lady's problem? Her power is scary, but her personality's even worse! People like that shouldn't be allowed to possess deadly weapons! It is true that I never would have won. I just fudged the why. My ability only lets me replicate someone else's at 1/10 values. But when I activate it, I can view the exact ability of the person I'm copying. The internal haiku of Ringo Tatara. Copy is power, and a mere 0.2 seconds is all that you get. Yeah, no. I want to forfeit! I'm so glad surrender was an option.
Match number 3. Madoka Kirisaki versus Saiko Zokumyoin. Please, enter the ring.
Come on, not that little pipsqueak. Looks can be deceiving. You know that.
Zokumyoin. Make sure you win.
Have fun! Begin!
I don't want to rush into sword range before I have a grasp on the situation. So I should probably keep my distance at first. A slingshot?
If I can strike first, I win! No sweat!
What the hell? Slingshot's a nice touch when you can turn marbles into big old wrecking balls like that. Good thing I swept it away just in case.
Wow, that wasn't bad.
It's on impact, right?
And he clocked it that easily? His kinetic vision and reflexes are even better than I thought.
I didn't expect to fight someone this competent. I need a backup plan.
That would have gotten pretty ugly if you'd actually beamed me head on. You're surprisingly violent. Well, if you want to play rough, then let's go.
He turned it into a sword!
Good luck, girlie. That won't hold back!
Okay, so I have to enlarge it before he has a chance to bat it away. He's so fast!
Did you really think I couldn't see that coming?
Cocky jerk! How do you like this? And one more!
Kirisaki! Nice try, kid! Hey, that was a pretty good idea you had. You really kept me on my toes.
He cut the dang thing in half. That's insane!
I'm sure Akira's caught on by now. It should be obvious that my real ability is is. The ability to turn a stick into a sword that can cut through anything.
If he can just cut them all in half, what am I supposed to do?
A sword that can cut through anything. Oye, esa mamada.
I'm sure Akira's caught on by now. It should be obvious that my real ability is the ability to turn a stick into a sword that can cut through anything.
Kirisaki is already gifted with incredible reflexes and kinetic vision. So if his swords really can cut through anything, that ability is a perfect fit.
All right, kiddo. Think you've seen enough yet? You and your little toys don't stand a chance. So why don't you call it quits already?
If I forfeit now, there's no telling what Rin might do to me. Sorry, but I can't do that. I'm not going down without a fight.
And I guess we'll do this the hard way.
Kirisaki, hurry up and finish this!
Time to bet big.
You ought to watch where you're aiming, girlie. You're gonna run out of those things eventually.
She cut off his escape route.
Well, color me surprised. You had a real plan all along. But you do remember I can just cut through these things, don't you? Not like I'm totally trapped in here in the first place.
I only have one left, so I better make it count!
I told you that same trick ain't gonna work on...
Sorry, I must have found an extra. I should be close enough to hit him before he can dodge or slice through it. He had a hidden knife on him the whole time?
Ain't nothing hidden about it, kid. This little party trick here lets me turn a stick into a sword. So it stands to reason that if I got two sticks, I can turn them both into swords.
2 sticks? In that moment, he was out of sight.
I'm giving you one more chance to forfeit, but there ain't gonna be a third. Say the words.
Thank God for arrogance.
Huh?
You could have won already, but you just had to act like a big shot. Your overconfidence has given me one last chance to end this myself.
A marble? Where'd it come from?
It bounced right back to me.
No way he's gonna lose like that.
Looks like someone's unconscious. Psycho Zokamyoin wins! I totally did it!
That guy threw.
Hey, how'd you manage to lose that one? Are you really that weak? Or just stupid?
The ring has been cleared, so let's get back to it. Our next battle is Akira Shiroyanagi versus Koji Kizushima. Come on down!
Akira Shiroyanagi? Could he be...
Hey, don't forget we're down 2 to 1 here.
I know. And even though they never told us what any of the potential penalties are, it would be fair to assume the worst. And someone's put me in a position where I can't afford to lose.
Be careful up there.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Sorry, JK. There's actually zero reason to assume the worst. If their goal is to make us kill each other for sport, it wouldn't make sense for them to take out the losers on their own. They're even giving us medical attention to keep us on our feet. So if we are punished, it shouldn't involve killing, maiming, or disabling us. Which means my #1 priority here isn't victory.
Have fun! Begin!
Rather, I need to determine the limits of my ability. Who out of the 8 people in this room can be considered the other person? Could that mean anyone on the enemy team? What about my former foes, or my current allies? If he's the only available other person, when is that status assigned? Who, in what exact moment, fulfills the conditions of my ability? Time to find out. First off, and it looks like this guy doesn't have an offensive ability, which is lucky. So, experiment phase 1 over. Not surprising that didn't work.
He's on the move, but he's walking away?
Kirisaki, I need you to listen to me very carefully. That's the second time you've almost died underestimating your opponent. This time, you endangered all of us. So when I'm the only one with the cuffs off, tell me this. Did you really think I'd let you live? It activated.
Wait a sec!
What? Damn you!
I wasn't serious, of course, but let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah, sure. You were serious enough to frickin' shoot at me.
Oh, please, it was just a joke.
Well, it was a piss-poor joke, dickhead.
Why would he shoot at his own teammate?
Sorry, Kirisaki, but that really helped me out, so thanks. All right, just one more thing for me to try.
This kid's a monster. Why should he get an ability like that and not me? All my life, I've been left on the sidelines. Always the sad side character. Never the protagonist I dreamed of being. I want to be reborn. Here it comes. What do? I have to dodge it.
They should all think the cannon is my ability now, so... nothing. All right, then. How about now? Perfect. That's all I needed to know. Experiment complete. Now let's see if I can get him to forfeit. The blast disappeared.
Damn it! I let him see my ability! I'm dead! It's over. I guess I'll be a supporting role forever.
Keep fighting! You can do this! Don't give up yet!
Are they cheering for me? I've never had a girl cheer for me once in my entire life. What is this feeling?
Oh, don't be childish. Here's how you really encourage a man. Kirajima dear, if you win, these girls here will do anything you want. So don't keep them waiting.
Hey, don't tell him that!
Maybe I have been reborn. Time to leave my troubles behind and become a protagonist! A shoe?
I want you to put your hands in the air and hold still. Try to lower them and I shoot. Come on, you know I'll hit you at this range. When my initial blast disappeared, the cannon on my hand went with it. The shoe worked, though. That told me everything I needed to know. Seems you can nullify other people's abilities, but only if you have a hand touching the ground, right?
I forfeit?
Winner, Akira Shiro Yanagi.
was a fruitful experiment. I started out by trying to use my ability while focusing on the people who thought it was the cannon, but it wouldn't activate. That indicates it won't work if I unilaterally declare someone else the other person. But when I declared I was going to shoot Kirisaki, I engaged him in that moment, and it worked right away. Once the enemy team had seen the cannon, I tried to activate it with the same method, treating each of them as the other person in turn. They're all my enemies, but it only activated while focusing on the person in the ring with me. And that confirms there's a condition under which my ability considers someone the other person. There must be an acknowledgement of mutual engagement between myself and my target. Otherwise, it's useless. His teammates outside the ring may see me as an enemy, but they don't consider themselves engaged with me, so it didn't work against them.
All right, tough guy. What was all that crap about?
Oh, right, that. Would you believe me if I said that was for your own good?
Say what?
It's no big deal. I didn't even hit you.
It's a huge freaking deal!
That cannon ability is pretty darn powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel for the other man. His abilities seem poor by comparison.
I wouldn't say that. It could be useful in the hands of an experienced fighter like you. You could nullify your opponent's defenses and subdue them physically. I know I wouldn't stand a chance.
True.
No ability is inherently useless. It all comes down to who uses it and how.
Match 5 will begin shortly.
Guess that means it's my turn. Feels like they really love making me fight the weirdos.
I've waited so long for this moment, Yuri.
Yuri Yamagaki and Oji Hoshino, please enter the ring.
I thought I would never see you again. I was drowning in despair. Imagine my surprise to find that not even death can keep us apart.
Stupid piece of...
Hey, you okay?
What's up? You know this dude?
You freaking lived through that too?
Yuri, calm down.
Hands off! It's that stupid creep who's always felt I'm here in the first place! I'm gonna destroy him!
The fates have determined that we should be together forever. My love, when should we tie the knot?
This is the last warning you're gonna get. Hands off, idiots! Get up here! We finish this now!
As you wish, my love. I'll do anything you ask.
Have fun! Begin!
I'm worried about her. Do you really think her ability gives her a fighting chance? Even if it does quintuple her strength, she's still an untrained teenage girl. It's hard to imagine that a punch from her will pose much of a threat to anyone.
No, I don't think you need to worry.
Now stand still so I can hit you, douchebag.
Of course, my darling. I want to experience all of it. Your anger, your frustration, your love for me that you can't admit. I'll absorb all of it. With my ability to make my body as indestructible as iron.
Is that so? Sounds a lot like my first match. Just remember, you asked for this.
So fast! You're right that if it were just her punching power quintupled, it would be trivial. But think, you saw her jump in the waiting room, right? That proved her ability quintuples all of her physical faculties. A punch like that requires more than just an extension of the arm. It factors in her speed, rotation, and physical strength. If you quintuple all of them at once, the result is amplified by far more than 5. If she did that to a body as hard as steel, that ability of hers might be unstoppable.
Ta-da! I hope you all had fun, but now the beautiful magician Neon returns! That concludes our second program. We'll move on to the third in time, so have patience. But for now, I have a That's right. We must address the losing team's punishment. Surely you understand that you have to be penalized this time, right? I expect there are those among you who assume we'll dismiss you for sheer uselessness, and I truly don't blame you. But I believe we have a clever little someone who thinks we're bluffing, and we'd never go as far as killing anyone.
What was that?
Either way, suffering is on the menu.
Why are you blindfolding us?
We beg your patience while we move you all to a new location in order to prepare for the losing team's penalty. It's gonna be a doozy.
What's it going to be? Torture? Execution? Will we be forced to watch? I really underestimated how damn vicious she is. I don't think I'm prepared for this.
Hello and welcome, our illustrious winners! As congratulations, you get to take a teeny little break while the losing team is forced to wait on you hand and foot wearing these ridiculous outfits. Remember, losers, you better show off how good this food is and give them service with a smile. What's the matter? Is there something on my face? Or is this simply not what you expected?
She's so...
All right, these guys are just gonna sit in the corner and drink water.
How can you guys eat at a time like this? I can't scrape together an appetite to save my life.
Neither can I.
Well, who knows when we'll get another chance to eat.
I'm relieved that our punishment is so silly. Your name is Akira. Did I hear that right? I have to say, attacking your own teammate was a shock. You're a fascinating man. I would love to get to know you.
The feeling's not mutual. Sorry, but I don't care about you at all. Hey, Yuri, pass me that plate.
What a pity.
That woman is dangerous. I need to stay away from her.
Here. Ow.
Oh, what's the matter?
My wrist has been bothering me ever since the fight. I guess I hit him harder than I thought I did.
Let me see it.
Don't touch it, Grabby. Personal space.
I'm trying to help. Hold still. There. Sorry it's only a handkerchief, but it should do for now. Try not to move it too much.
Sure, thanks or whatever. Oh, wow. Big tough guy here with a cute little hanky.
Give me a break.
Hey, Four Eyes. Run and get me some more tea, would ya?
Of course, right away.
You're awfully high and mighty.
What's your point? I'm a winner, so I think I earned it.
But you didn't win. We won for you.
Yeah, he's kind of got you there.
So what do you say? We could dress you up as a bunny, too.
Now, wouldn't that be a delight? I'll run and see if they have your size.
Whoa, hey, don't you dare!
You okay? You really don't have to let that idiot push you around.
Yeah, thank you. Akira Shiro Yanagi. He has to be.
I hope you keep your chin up. This must be hard on a middle schooler.
Not at all. I'm a third year in high school! Excuse me for being so short and underdeveloped! Hope you're all full. It's about time for us to begin the third program. Each team will be escorted out of the dining hall through a different path. And before I forget, our bunny dress-up time was just a little bit of fun, meaning the losing team's penalty is still forthcoming. I'll see you soon.
Each of you will choose a separate path, take it to the end, and follow the instructions you receive there.
So does that mean...
Looks like they're breaking up our team.
Yeah. Maybe next time we see each other, we'll please.
At least I know I can easily win against you.
Get you for that?
If we meet again as enemies, it just means we all survive. And personally, I have no qualms with that. So best of luck.
Well, later, nerds.
I'm going too.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
I wanted you to know that handkerchief means a lot to me. I've had it since I was a little kid.
Is it really? If it's that important to you, you should just take it right
What I mean is, Bring it back safely. Can you do that? Promise you will.
Yeah, fine. I'll give it back later. And you stay safe too. Promise you will.
That's a seed planted, I hope.
Dion and Yang's next episode preview. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the 4th episode of Battle.
A smartphone?
Welcome to the 3rd program. Your cuffs will remain unlocked for the duration. Please keep this interface with you at all times. You will begin the program with 100 points. Collect 1,000 or more to advance. Good luck.
Wait,
Ah.
that's all we get? No explanation about this thing?
From a Ballon d'Or contender,
In my opinion, he deserves to win the Golden Ball.
to falling on the floor. From saying he will do it 10 times more to doing 10 times less.
You are doing yourself, Vinny. You are doing yourself harm.
From scoring massive goals in the Champions League to barely scoring at all.
And it's high! And it's wide!
Vinny's career is a story on its own. At times, he looks like he's bringing Joga Bonito back.
I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Other times, he looks like his Brazilian passport should be revoked.
I'm done with Vinicius Jr. I'm done.
Big goals one moment.
Oh, yes!
Crash out the next.
We're sitting here talking about his attitude, his behavior. Again.
What the hell happened to Vinny? Vinicius Jr. is easily one of the most polarizing footballers in the world. Even within the Real Madrid fan base, he isn't universally loved. Now, some people really like him and are more Vinny FC fans than Real Madrid fans. But others, well, they're beginning to dislike him, hence why he was being booed at the Bernabeu.
This is Vinny Jr. today on Instagram, just a ... caption, and he changed his profile picture from him in a Real Madrid top to him in a Brazil top. Now, there were boos or whistles when he came off, when he was subbed off.
Yeah, it's a strange situation. I mean, we're used to seeing Vinicius being treated as a pantomime villain away from home, but this was a home match.
I would say in general, most Madrid fans love him as a player and they tolerate him as a person. They are willing to accept his random crash outs due to the fact that he has brought the club so much joy. But outside of some die-hard Real Madrid fans, there are not that many people you will find who are Vinny supporters. This is why so many people didn't want him winning the Ballon d'Or in 2024.
By a childish player, another one. We have to talk about how disrespectful Vinicius was.
And this is why all of his bad performances get so much attention. It also doesn't help that even Brazilians are torn on him. Many wonder why he can never replicate his Real Madrid form for the Brazilian national team.
Over 30 games, only 3 goals. His last goal for Brazil was over a year ago. At some point, he himself, who's a Ballon d'Or candidate, has to do something on the field. It's not been the case.
The interesting thing is that just a few years ago, nobody respected his footballing ability at all. Remember, Vinny's own teammates were saying that he's playing against them.
O que o Benzema tinha contra você, cara?
The mixed opinions around him perfectly reflect his game. He's the kind of player you either love or you absolutely hate. There is no in-between. Nobody's just neutral about Vinicius Jr. And unfortunately, his performances are exactly the same. One day, he's playing at a world-class level. The next, he looks like Brazilian Garnacho. With Vinny, there's never been an in-between. Now, there's a reason why there are still people who really love Vinny, and it's because those guys have seen his development. They have seen him go from this raw talent from Brazil to a Ballon d'Or contender. They have a special emotional connection with him. When he was rising through the ranks of Flamengo, his speed and dribbling were praised, but even then, not everyone was a fan of him. He only scored 4 goals in 32 appearances in his 2017 debut season, and according to The Athletic, many complained that he was doing too many tricks. Too much individualism, not enough teamwork, was the consensus among many at the club. Perfect example was the Under-17 South American Championship in Chile. Vini went to represent Brazil. He scored 7 goals and returned with a winner's medal. Almost scored more goals in that tournament than his entire Brazilian career so far, but we'll ignore that. While he had been great individually, he had actually received an earful from his coach Carlos Amadeo. For as good as Vini was on the ball, he didn't track back defensively. What's funny is that we've seen a similar issue with him at Madrid for the past few years. Him and Mbappe want to play with their nuts instead of pressing the opposition back line. Now, despite the mixed opinions around him at that time, Vini ended up extending his contract with Flamengo with a significant salary increase and a buyout clause increase from 30 million euros to 45 million euros. His contract renewal was actually reported as being part of the transfer process to get Vini to Real Madrid. The Spanish Giants didn't really care that he had barely played. Perez saw something in the kid and took the gamble. And it really was a gamble, because at times he did look like the next Neymar, but keep in mind, Neymar was dominating Liga do Brasil before he made the jump to La Liga.
No, I don't need to say anything.
Vini, on the other hand, was only 16 and had played 17 minutes of senior football when his deal was agreed with Real Madrid. Even in Brazil, fans were shocked by the huge price tag and wondered if the skinny forward could really live up to a fee that big. Now, you would think that signing for Los Blancos would have been enough pressure. Well, that was only the beginning. Vini was announced as Real Madrid's first summer signing just 4 days after Madrid secured their first La Liga title in 5 years. He was also their first transfer since the end of the club's ban on signing players. Then, to add even more pressure, by the time Vini would be incorporated into Real Madrid's setup, he would end up being the replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo following his move to Juventus after 9 years at the Bernabeu. No pressure, kid. Vini was part of Madrid's new transfer strategy to go into the favelas and find any Brazilian you can get. No, I'm joking. The strategy was to sign the best players before they exploded. His technical ability and pace were so obvious to see, but the question on everyone's mind was the mental side of his game. Could he settle in fast in a new league and new country? Could he handle the stress and responsibility that came with the price tag that was paid for him? Now, initially, Vini started with Real Madrid Castilla, the B team. It didn't take long for him to make an impression though, scoring 2 goals in a 2-2 draw against Atletico Madrid B. That performance really got the Madrid media buzzing, with many of them asking Lopetegui to throw Vini straight into the first team, especially since Madrid were really struggling for goals after Ronaldo had gone to Italy.
You are not the guy. You're not capable of being the guy.
Lopetegui ended up giving him 12 minutes of game time over 2 La Liga games. They wanted to be cautious with his development, so he mostly played with his own age group at Castilla. But then after a 5-1 El Clasico defeat to Barca, Lopetegui was fired. Santiago Solari was hired as the replacement, and he brought Vini with him. For Vini, this was a great opportunity, but it was also trial by fire. He was still young and raw. Pause.
Well, no, hold on a minute.
But was now thrown into the mix during a very difficult campaign for Madrid. The Bernabeu crowd quickly liked him due to his pace, dribbling, and positive energy. I mean, even if you're Vini's biggest hater, you can't deny that the guy is relentless. He never stops running and attacking his fullback when he has the ball. It doesn't matter whether he beat his right back 10 times before or 0 times. He's always trying to create something, which is a great quality to have in a winger. The flashy moves and speed made Madrid fans ignore the inconsistent end product. In the Copa del Rey semi-final against Barca, for example, Vini squandered a lot of chances, but he was also Madrid's most dangerous player, constantly running at the Barca defense. So it was all going well, but unfortunately for Vini, an injury cut his season short. He finished with 3 goals and 12 assists in all competition, which is not bad at all for a kid that was thrown into the mix during a very tough campaign for Real Madrid. But that honeymoon period for Vini would end in the next few seasons. Fans were initially fine with the inconsistent performances because he was new, but as time went on, they expected more. Him beating a defender was exciting, but when he missed the shot right after and sent it back to Brazil, you could hear the groans in the Bernabeu. The pressure was also getting to Vini. I mean, when he finally broke his goal drought against Osasuna, the man broke down into tears. That's how much he was struggling, but that also showed you just how much he wanted to succeed. That in March of 2020, he had a huge moment in El Clasico, scoring in a 2-0 win over Barcelona. At just 19 years old, he became the youngest Madrid player to score in that rivalry since Raul. That goal fired up the home crowd and made people believe that this kid could deliver in big games. But like I said, he wasn't consistent. After that goal against Barca, he only scored one more goal for the rest of the season. For every exciting run or goal, there were also many missed chances and poor decisions. The most talked about criticism actually ended up not coming from the media, but from his own teammates. In October of 2020, the footage of Benzema saying Vini is playing against them came out. And the craziest part was that the majority of people agreed with Benzema. Like, what Benzema said wasn't controversial or a hot take. Everyone agreed that Vini made too many mistakes in the final third. Now, of course, some did stand by the young Brazilian, saying that at least he was brave enough to try things in a team that was struggling overall. But the general mood around Vini at that time was the same feeling that Benzema had. The lowest point for Vini actually came in a Champions League match against Atalanta in 2021. After a nice solo run where he danced past several defenders, he was left with a wide open goal. It should have been a moment to celebrate, but instead, he scuffed the shot wide. Zidane and his staff kept encouraging him to attack defenders, knowing that his fearlessness was a rare gift. The media, though, wasn't so forgiving. One day, Spanish paper Marca would call him the future of Real Madrid. The next, they would slam him for his lack of goals. But just when the doubts were at their loudest, Vini reminded everyone why Madrid took a chance on him. In April of 2021, under the bright lights of the Champions League, in a quarterfinal match against Liverpool, he delivered one of the best performances of his career at that point. Using his incredible pace and clever movement, he tore Liverpool's defense apart, scoring 2 brilliant goals in a 3-1 win. That performance made one thing crystal clear: Vini, at his best, was special.
Vinicius Jr., much maligned by Real Madrid fans, the media, and indeed his players, his teammates at times. What a show he put in today.
Yes, he did.
The 2021-2022 season was when everything finally clicked for Vinicius Jr. After years of being called a promising talent, he turned into an actual star. Now, the biggest reason that transformation happened was because of Carlo Ancelotti.
Use of man management, rather than just out-and-out coaching.
Yes. He understands what's needed at the time.
The new Real Madrid manager didn't just see potential in Vini, he saw a player ready to shine, and Vinicius did not disappoint. Early in the season, he scored 2 stunning goals against Levante, showing fans that this was a new version of Vini, sharper, calmer, and way more deadly in front of goal. The days of missed chances and shaky finishing were behind him. Week after week, he silenced critics by racking up goals and assists. By mid-season, he wasn't just improving, he was dominating.
When I see Vinicius Jr. on the ball, I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Vini was among La Liga's top scorers and had formed a dangerous partnership with Benzema. It was almost hard to believe that just a year earlier, Benzema had pretty much called him ass. Now the two were tearing apart defenses the way athletes tear apart Kim Kardashian.
Ew, this is so cringe.
Real Madrid stormed to the La Liga title, with Vini scoring 17 goals and providing 10 assists in the league, a massive jump from his previous season. But his biggest moment was still to come. On May 28, 2022, in the Champions League final against Liverpool, Vini wrote his name into Real Madrid's history. In a very tight, tense match, he popped up at the back post to score the winning goal, securing Madrid's 14th European crown. As he sprinted away in celebration, arms wide and a smile across his face, it was clear. The young kid that many thought wouldn't make it had just delivered on the biggest stage in football.
You mentioned breakout season. He's had moments at Real Madrid, but he's never had this prolonged period. He's had a lot of exciting games where him and Benzema have linked up and they've scored some fantastic goals. And what a moment for him. I think it tops off for him, which has clearly been his best season in his career so far.
The 45 million euros gamble that Madrid took on a skinny teenager from Flamengo back in 2017, well, it had paid off, and then some.
Who needs a Mbappe? They've got Vinicius Jr.
By the 2022-2023 season, Vini was a superstar, and it was the start of a whole new fight. With his rise came new challenges. Defenders across La Liga knew that they could get in his head, so they began to hack him down every chance they got. They would consistently get into altercations with him. Vini became one of the most fouled players in Spain. Of course, being Vini, he didn't back down. He finished the season with 23 goals, destroying all of them with his speed, his skill, and once again, that fearless attitude. He really showed his class on the biggest stages, scoring twice in the FIFA Club World Cup final to help Madrid lift another trophy, and smashing a stunning long-range goal against Manchester City in the Champions League semi-final. On the pitch, Vini was thriving, but off of it, he was facing something far uglier than tough tackles.
Brazil international Vinicius Jr. points to the crowd when monkey chants ring out.
The 22-year-old has allegedly been subjected to at least 10 racist incidents just this season.
Throughout the season, Vinny became a target of repeated racist abuse in Spanish stadiums. What started as isolated incidents turned into a shameful pattern. Things escalated when in September of 2022, a Spanish TV pundit told Vinny to stop dancing after his goals, telling him to stop playing the monkey. But the worst came in May of 2023 during a match at Valencia. Vinny was subjected to relentless racist chants. Frustrated and hurt, he got involved in an on-field scuffle and was controversially sent off. After the game, he took to social media, calling out La Liga for failing to protect the players from racism.
Racism is normal in La Liga. The competition thinks it's normal. The federation does too. I'm sorry for the Spaniards who don't agree, but today, in Brazil, Spain is known as a country of racists.
Instead of immediate support, the league's president, Javier Tebas, criticized Vinny on Twitter. That didn't go too well for Tebas. Within days, he was forced to apologize publicly, admitting he was wrong. It was a harsh reminder that despite his talent and courage, Vinny remained a polarizing figure. He was loved by Madrid fans for his brilliance and the success he brought them, but he was hated by pretty much everyone else. For rival supporters, his flair and celebrations were provocative. Through it all, though, Vinny kept delivering on the pitch. During this period, he was a beast. Even with the weight of abuse and controversy, he was Madrid's most dangerous player. The team didn't win La Liga that season, Barca took that honor, but Vinny helped secure the Copa del Rey, playing a key role with crucial assists. Now, after Benzema left Real Madrid, all eyes turned into Vinny. The young Brazilian was no longer just a star, he was expected to be the leader of Madrid's attack. For some players, that kind of pressure would be overwhelming, but not for Vinicius. He embraced the responsibility like he had been preparing for it his whole life. The 2023-2024 season ended up being Vinny's greatest ever season. He came out flying. He scored over 20 goals, delivered countless assists, and became the face of a Madrid team that was chasing trophies on every front. Week after week, he was dazzling with his pace, skill, and growing maturity. It wasn't just about flair anymore, Vinny was deciding games. By the end of the season, the question on everyone's mind was, could Vinny win the Ballon d'Or? People who didn't like him said that his total numbers that year were not good enough to be considered the best player in the world. But Madrid fans will tell you that the moments where Vinny got his goal contributions were the definition of clutch. In the business end of the Champions League campaign, he was Madrid's best player. In fact, he was Real Madrid's best player throughout the entire campaign. That's why he was the Champions League player of the season. It was his goal that helped Madrid avoid an almost shocking round of 16 exit to Leipzig. Then he got 2 assists against City, scored a lovely brace against Bayern. Then of course he scored in the final of the Champions League. Then who can forget his hat-trick in the Supercopa final against Barca? In fact, when the club season had ended, most people had Vinny as the overwhelming favorite to lift the award.
Real Madrid thought they'd bought the best player in the world when they already had the best player in the world. Enjoy your Ballon d'Or, Vinny.
Ballon d'Or! Ballon d'Or! Ballon d'Or! Vinicius has just taken the Ballon d'Or.
Yes, Rio Ferdinand, being a grown-ass man, yelling Ballon d'Or for a player who doesn't even play for United is cringe, but he was absolutely right.
My personal preference when I look at the Ballon d'Or is the person who's the maverick, who's someone who gets you off your seat, gets you screaming in a stadium or at home on your sofa with a moment, who's a match winner, who changes the game.
But in a year where there is a major international tournament, you have to perform for your country, and Vinny did it. He got a brace against Paraguay, but that was it. He was non-existent against Costa Rica and Colombia. In fact, all he did against Colombia was get a silly yellow card that suspended him for the quarterfinals against Uruguay.
Vinicius Jr. didn't perform at the Copa America.
I think the fact that Spain won the Euros, and obviously Vinicius didn't really perform at the Copa America.
As a result, he went from being a Ballon d'Or favorite to finishing second. Now, Vinny and Madrid as a club did not take that well, to say the least. They boycotted the ceremony. They threw subtle shots in the media. In fact, it was during that period that Vinny's now famous quote came out, with him saying he will do it 10 times more if he has to. This would have been an absolutely cold quote had he actually stepped up after that.
The gala of the Ballon d'Or. Real Madrid decided that they were going to bet all of their chips on Vinicius Jr. We're going to back you. You're not going to win. We're not going to go. And it's one of the darkest episodes in the history of Real Madrid.
But the next few seasons were not great for Vinicius. Vinny's inconsistency from his younger days came back. For example, in the 2024-2025 season, he got a hat-trick against Dortmund in the Champions League, but was non-existent against Lille. He got 2 assists against City, then put a pen on Mars next to Elon Musk's satellites against Atletico. In the beginning of the season in La Liga, he was actually playing better than Mbappe. I'm talking about the beginning of the 2024-2025 season. But then he got a muscle injury. When he came back, he didn't look great. And of course, he he had his annual crash out against Valencia. If Rudiger is calming you down, then you were for sure in the wrong. When he came back from the suspension, he was doing it 10 times more. Sadly, 10 times 0 is still 0. You see, after the arrival of Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid fans dreamed of an unstoppable duo. Two of the most electric attackers tearing defenses apart. On paper, it looked like a match made in heaven. In reality, it's been anything but. There's been moments where the two have clicked, like their performance against Olympiacos. Every now and then you will see a Vini Trivela assist to Mbappe, and it gives you this glimpse of, hey, maybe these two can really take over European football together. But it never lasts. And now, Mbappe is the sole person dominating. He is the one getting the goals, the assists. Vini is just a passenger. In fact, under Alonso, there have been many instances where he has been benched. There's been moments where he's been booed by his own fans. He had to throw a tantrum just to get regular minutes. The player who once carried Madrid on his shoulders now feels like a supporting act. His influence on games just isn't the same. You see, Vini was at his best when he was creating for others and letting the goals come naturally. The more he forces goals, the worse he plays.
Vinicius Jr. received the ball in a 1v1 after having a good battle in the first 5 minutes against Conor Bradley. And he passed it back to his left back to receive it back, and it was a 1v3. Then he attacked the 1v3, and I'm like, wait, do the math. You had a 1v1. Try to see what you can do with that one. While you recycling the ball for it to come back to you to play a 1v3.
Now, is he trying to force them to try and get the Ballon d'Or again? Is he trying to show that he's the main guy? Who knows? But remember, these were the same things that he was criticized about during his time at Flamengo early in his career. Many of them have crept up again. Vini isn't defending and pressing like he used to. Some games it looks like he's more interested in beefing with the opposition than just playing his football. That's always been a big issue with Vini, even during his best seasons. When he's playing his game, he can be unstoppable. When he's too focused on complaining to the ref or the opposition fullback, he takes himself out of the game.
We're not talking about how good he was in the game and how good he was in the first half and how he was taking players on and how he was creating opportunities and how he was taking advantage of the 1v1 situation. Vini, it backfired. All of this, now we're talking about your behavior, not your playing.
Back in 2025, even Ancelotti and Bellingham had become frustrated with Vini. This is a player who can single-handedly change the outcome of a match, but he was too busy increasing his weeping per 90 stat. Now you could also make the argument that the arrival of Mbappe is the reason why Vini's playing poorly. You see, when we look at Vini's best seasons, tactically, he was always playing with somebody who crashed the box. In 2022, that guy was Benzema. In 2024, it was Jude Bellingham in a false nine role. When Vini had someone who could dominate in the box, he could do his magic. He could beat his fullback on the wing and then cut it back. It's not a coincidence that 2022 and 2024 were his best individual campaigns. But Mbappe doesn't do that. He wants the ball to his feet. He plays as the 9, but he doesn't position himself like a natural 9. As a result, Vini doesn't have the same option when he ends up getting to the touchline. On top of that, Alonso has made the system in a way that plays to Mbappe's strengths. This is pretty much Mbappe FC. Just look at the goal scoring numbers. Everyone's job is to get the ball in the areas that Mbappe wants so that he can get the goal. It's a reminder of how quickly things can change in football. One year, Vini was being called the best in the world. He had Real Madrid's greatest ever player saying that he deserved the Ballon d'Or. But very quickly, he finds himself trying to figure out where he fits in a team that suddenly doesn't feel like his.
He's not anymore the main player of the team.
For Vini, the challenge now isn't proving his talent. He's already done that. The challenge is adapting, finding a way to shine alongside another superstar, and reclaiming the influence he once had. Whether he can do that will define the next chapter of his Real Madrid career, because if he doesn't figure it out, it will be time to learn Arabic. Now, Vini is only a small component of everything that is going on at Real Madrid. To see why it's been a bumpy road for the third version of the Galacticos, you have to check out this video right here.
I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
He doesn't have any money.
Imagine going from being the most paid athlete on earth to becoming broke and in trouble, all just in a few years.
Oh my goodness, so...
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the story of Floyd Money Mayweather, a.k.a. Mr. The Best Ever, a.k.a. Mr. Money Don't Make Me, I Make Money.
Money don't make me, I make money.
But hey, was Mayweather truly making all that money? And how come there's suddenly news about him going broke all over the media? Well, you are about to witness the story about how a mixture of reckless spending, a super flashy lifestyle, and a couple of poor financial decisions can ruin even one of the richest athletes ever.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Oh, and you definitely heard that right. This man here once earned much more than any other athlete in the world, with fights like the one he had with Pacquiao, earning him $250 million, and the one he had with McGregor, earning him a whopping $300 million. In fact, Mayweather made over $1 billion from fights he had in his career, and if we are being honest, like really honest, he truly had a good one. However, it wasn't just about the paydays from his fights for his boxing legend. No. It was much more.
I still got all my buildings in New York City. I got over 100 cars paid for. I got 30 houses paid for. I own strip clubs, hookah lounges. I got champagne. I got vape pens. I got betting sites. I own hotels. The list goes on and on.
And that's exactly how things started taking a downhill turn for him. You see, Floyd cared more about leading a flashy, extravagant lifestyle and the illusion of unending wealth in his control than he cared about any other legacy. He wanted to be seen as the man who controlled all the wealth, and he would often take drastic actions or make boastful comments to ensure everyone gets that.
Oh, I got a bag back there.
Can you bring it up here? Where's the money? Let's see how much he's carrying. He's got a backpack with the money. Is it in a wallet? Oh, it really is. Oh, he's not even lying, yo. Are you serious? Okay, so I'll take 100.
This is 40.
Or a pile.
From splurging extravagantly on wristwatches and other jewelry to buying multiple luxury mansions and cars, this guy was all over the place, splashing money in millions. Here's the real kicker. He once boasted of owning an $18 million wristwatch. Oh!
Most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
But then, here's one thing about leading this kind of extravagant and flashy lifestyle. The problems often find their way to your doorstep sooner or later. Now, from issues with the IRS to crypto scam cases, an alleged fake housing investment claim, and multiple unpaid debt settlement cases, these problems already seem to be knocking at the money man's door. And Floyd Mayweather's big exotic empire just seems to be finally crumbling.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing.
Here's definitely where the story gets even more interesting. Come on. The shady real estate claims. Early in the year 2025, Mayweather came out in what was supposed to be a power move to announce that he had just acquired over 60 apartment units in New York, and that the total of houses he owned in the city was now at about 100 units.
I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me.
Of course, this announcement was supposed to impress people and position Floyd as a serious investor in the real estate industry. However, something else also happened. Reporters from Business Insiders did a little digging into the claim, and what they found was absolutely shocking. According to the investigations, it was revealed that there was no transaction of such nature with Mayweather's name in the New York property records. Instead, the majority ownership of the properties in question was owned by Black Spruce Management. The New York City Housing Partnership also said they were not informed of such large-scale transfer of property ownership or intending sales in the city. So there's definitely something fishy going on. To Floyd's credit, though, a spokesperson from the Black Spruce Management recognized and described him as a reliable partner who stands as a great ambassador for affordable housing. Plus, investigations also
Oh, what's up, Jesse?
boxing hero only purchased a minority ownership.
Insert lurk message here. I have to fix that. Thank you, Jesse. Whether by there.
Acquire the buildings in their entirety. However, you can remember that in his announcement video, Floyd insisted that the buildings were all his and that he did not have any partner whatsoever. At some point, he was even doing a tour around the city to show off the buildings as his own and doubling down on his no partners claim. By the way, this is not the first time the man is making a claim of purchasing properties in real estate. Here's another time he was boasting of owning 9 skyscrapers in New York City alone.
If you guys haven't seen one of my buildings, is One Summit.
Yes.
Actually, it's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers.
And here, he was being dodgy when asked about the building's address.
Go to that building.
I don't know that one by heart.
So yeah, something fishy is really going on. Well, in his defense, Money Mayweather has come out to say that he didn't lie when he talked about his investments. According to him, he could be anything, but never a liar.
My company, I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar.
He has even gone ahead to sue Business Insiders for the story they put out about him, insisting that they are cooking up lies against him and his businesses.
I work hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my...
Anyways, in all of these, one thing is abundantly clear, and it's the fact that Mr. Floyd Mayweather didn't tell us the whole truth when he initially came out to announce his mega investment in New York City's real estate. He didn't tell us that he was only just a minority investor, and he didn't tell us that he was partnering with Black Spruce Management, who are even the majority stockholders in the business as things stand now. Obviously, the money man wanted to flex and brag about the whole business in his usual character. But sadly, that half-truth opened up a can of controversies on him. Controversies that are revealing more cracks in his money empire and showing us that things might not just be as rosy as he has been trying to make us believe all these while. And talking about controversies, this definitely isn't the first time for Mr. Money. Here's another one that really shook the internet and had everyone talking about whether Mayweather has truly gone broke.
For a rematch. Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it.
Do you remember the exhibition fight Mayweather had against Logan Paul? Yeah, we were talking about this one.
How did I won?
Well, it turns out that the fight didn't just end that night. Instead, a beef between the two fighters dragged on for months and even ended up in a court case. They even got in a physical brawl for it.
Make it happen. I'm my own boss. One night. Got your hat.
It also sparked a controversy that made people see Mayweather in a different way. This one's definitely got to be the most interesting boxing aftermath you'd ever witness, and it started from the very night of the fight.
Logan Paul tries to pressure Floyd, trying to unload now, throwing punches from different angles. Floyd covering up. Logan going.
Firstly, you naturally expect an absolute boxing legend like Mayweather not to be in the same boxing ring with some random YouTube fighter like Logan Paul, right? And even if it did happen that they got in the same ring, you'd expect that Floyd would smoke the random fighter with a knockout in the very first round of the fight, right? Yeah, well, it didn't happen like that. Surprisingly, this fight was supposed to be an easy win for the boxing legend, but it started to drag out and lasted as long as 8 rounds. In fact, it seemed like Mayweather was not even doing much damage to Logan Paul at some point. So it wasn't surprising when the fight ended and Logan started strutting around and boasting as if he won the fight.
There's so much for that.
And if we are being honest, lasting up to 8 rounds against Mr. The Best Ever in a boxing match can be seen as almost equivalent to victory for a fighter in Logan's level. Mayweather would later come out to say that the fight only lasted that long because it was an exhibition. According to him, if it were to be a real boxing match, then he would have finished off Logan from the very first round.
I could have. I could have really pressed real hard, start going, this crazy combinations, but,
However, the explanation was already too late at that point because something else, something even more interesting and damning, was already brewing. This time, it had to do with money. Again. You see, not long after the fight, Logan Paul would come out to make a very serious accusation against Mayweather. It was an accusation that had people surprised and even had top analysts asking questions about what was really going on. This is because, according to Logan, Mayweather was yet to pay him completely for the fight.
No, he has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow.
Of course, this revelation blew up a can of controversies on Mayweather again. It became a buzz in the fighting world, and you can trust that Logan was there all the way to put more fire on the grill.
Okay, a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro.
This dude was like a thorn that has refused to let go in Floyd's flesh. He seized every single opportunity to talk about the money and was constantly asking Mr. Mayweather to pay up what he owed him. According to Logan, he noticed that Floyd was trying to be sneaky and take advantage of him because he was a newbie in the boxing world, and he wouldn't just take that.
Right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't.
At some point, Logan went as far as threatening to sue Mayweather for that money.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather.
Indeed, Mayweather did not like being in such a spotlight, especially considering all the heat that was coming with it. So he had to respond to these accusations and at least offer some explanations. According to him, Logan was making all that noise because he didn't know how payment works in the boxing industry. The pay-per-view money usually takes some time to come, so if you gotta earn from it, then you gotta be patient. The boxing legend was also a bit cocky though, and told Logan to shut up and enjoy the biggest payday he ever had in his life.
You know, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, you know? And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes.
Anyways, you wouldn't totally blame Logan Paul for calling out Floyd and demanding for his money. After all, Mayweather owns the promotion from that fight, and obviously, they made a whole lot of money from it. So, it's naturally the right thing to pay the young man his cut, and let that chapter be closed. Well, unless you do not have the money to pay, which is even a worst-case scenario because it's pointing at another crack on the money empire. But hey, if you want to know what the biggest crack on the money empire and all that flashy show-off is, then you gotta check this next controversy out. This one rocked Mayweather like a high-volume earthquake, and some of his precious assets were even seized for it. In fact, it had people across various industries questioning what was really wrong with Money Mayweather. And no, it's not as if these people are affiliated to boxing. It even got the tough man himself almost teary at some point.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this.
Now, remember when we talked about leading a super flashy and extravagant lifestyle and how it often comes with consequences? Well, one of those consequences is that you are most likely to run into troubles with the IRS at some point. Yep, you guessed right. Floyd Mayweather has already hit that point in his troubles, and it's not even the first time. So, here's one thing about owning private jets, expensive cars, luxurious mansions, and jewelry that run into millions of dollars in cost. They often come with extra baggage in terms of expensive maintenance and outrageous taxes. You definitely have to plan for these things before making your purchase, or you might just be shooting yourself in the foot. Boom! In Floyd's case, he must have forgotten about these extra costs of owning the luxury properties, or he was just too focused on showing it off to his Instagram audience that he stopped caring about anything else. Anyways, you can always trust the IRS to come knocking once he defaulted on his taxes and other bills, and they came in guns blazing. The gist is that the IRS has been on Floyd's tail for a long while now, dating back to even before 2015 when he had that big money fight with Pacquiao. Obviously, he has been making luxurious purchases like this expensive mansion here, a fleet of over 100 cars,
Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren.
This flashy collection of blings and many others. However, he has failed to keep up with the financial responsibility of paying the complete taxes that come with owning such luxury items. And even though Floyd claims to have paid millions of dollars in taxes over the years while trying to downplay the severity of the case, the IRS still insists that he owes a lot of money, reaching up to tens of millions. But this particular case started in 2017, when Floyd failed to pay his complete tax duties for the year. Oh, and he did not just stop at not paying, he also tried to play a fast one on the agency. In order to evade fulfilling his complete tax duties for the year, the smart money man decided to claim that he made outrageous expenses on legal battles that year, totaling about $15 million. Now, in case you do not get what this smart man was trying to drive at, here's a short explanation for you. Apparently, Floyd thought the IRS would not collect taxes for money spent as legal expenses. So, if he could prove that he spent all that money on legal battles in the year, then he would be getting some massive tax waivers. That's some genius move, if I am being honest. Anyways, the IRS was not having any of that, and they insisted that the retired boxer was to pay his full tax obligations. In fact, they even served him a letter saying he was about to pay $5.5 million more in taxes for that year. Plus, they also charged him an additional $1.1 million as penalty for the inconsistencies on his tax return, and obviously for trying to play on their intelligence. These people went as far as seizing some of the legendary boxer's prized assets.
Car back there. We're gonna take that car.
Of course, Floyd didn't like what was going on, and he decided not to take it lying down. So he took the IRS to court. His argument remained that they should consider his legal expenses for the year and give him some waivers. However, the IRS doubled down and was like, nah, we ain't giving you nada. According to them, they were not going to allow the deductions because Floyd wasn't able to prove that the legal expenses were paid or incurred in that tax year, and that it didn't even really qualify as legal expenses in the first place. In fact, they actually considered it as ordinary business expenses. In the end, though, Mayweather threw in the towel and agreed to pay the sum before the case officially went to court. So, we can technically say the IRS won that round, even though Floyd's lawyer would later try to downplay the whole case, saying that the only issue in the case was which year the deduction was allowable, 2017 or 2018. The taxpayer has amicably resolved the issue with the IRS. At this point, you definitely got to be asking one question. Why always Floyd Mayweather? I mean, why are you always going from one financial problem to another, huh? You try every day to show us how unbelievably wealthy and influential you are, but these problems keep telling us otherwise. It's either the money man never had all that wealth he was trying to make us believe he did, or he's beginning to go broke. And now, how about that time Mayweather almost ended up behind bars because of a crypto scam case he was involved in?
Famous boxer Floyd Mayweather and famous DJ and Snapchatter DJ Khaled seem to be in some hot water. The two of them are being sued for allegedly being involved in a
The crypto scam cases. Of course, with the emergence of cryptocurrency and the popularity it has enjoyed in recent years, very many investors have gotten into the industry, and even more people are seeking to invest and join in reaping its many benefits. But here's the deal. The market is open to everyone, including the good, the bad, and the scammers. You see, because of its decentralized nature, this industry is still unregulated to a very large extent. This means that the government hasn't really found a way to enforce enough guidelines for operations in the industry yet. So, investors and industry players can easily conduct businesses, almost free from government interference. It also means that the market is open for everybody. You can just stroll in and start dealing. At this point, you are probably wondering how all these technical jargons concern Mayweather, right? Well, here's where the major twist comes and the story gets even more spicier. In the year 2017, Floyd suddenly started aggressively promoting a particular ICO and a crypto card called CentraCard across his media platforms.
As y'all can see, the number changed from before, the new way things are done.
Now, at first hearing the name, you might think that this ICO is the real deal. You might even think it will do very well in the crypto world because of how official it looked. But that's all a huge lie. In fact, there was no coin at all. Yeah, you heard that right. Floyd Mayweather, DJ Khaled, And other celebrities who jumped on the train that period were all just selling thin air to their audience. There was no product, no coin, just empty promises and a money swagger that says, you are about to hit it big. Want to know what's more interesting? Investigations would later reveal that Floyd did not even try investing in the said coin before pushing it out to his audience. Turns out that Mr. Money Don't Make Me, alongside a few other celebrities like DJ Khaled, were contacted by a company called Central Tech to help advertise the Centra card as influencers. And without doing their due diligence to confirm the authenticity of the product, they jumped on the offer. Apparently, it was more about how much will be made from the deal for Money Mayweather than it was about protecting his reputation. The whole charade would soon crash, though, and people realized it was a scam all along. Plus, Mayweather didn't invest in it as he had claimed. Instead, he was just lying to influence for the company and their scam crypto product. Sadly, over $30 million of investors' money was lost in that scam, and the 3 Central Tech founders were soon arrested and sentenced for fraud. Luckily, though, Mayweather and DJ Khaled escaped spending time behind bars after paying a fine of around $600,000 to the SEC. But hey, here's the real kicker. This was not just the only crypto scam Mayweather has been involved in. Yeah, he has been in multiple other crypto schemes that turned out to be scam cases too.
When it comes to legalized bank robbing?
In short, the list is almost endless. But here are some of the ones we can quickly count, starting with his first crypto influencing gig in 2017 with an ICO named Stocks.com.
Floyd Mayweather is promoting the Stocks ICO.
Now, this was way before crypto and NFT influencing became popular and other celebrities started jumping on. Unfortunately for investors that believed him then, though, it was a scam. His next crypto scam job was for an ICO called Hubie Network, and the next one was called Nami. And the next one was an NFT called Bored Bunny. And the next one was called Waj Token. And the next... Okay, you definitely should have gotten the drift by now. What's even more sad is that judging by their funny stories, these scams were almost obvious. But people still fell for them, probably because of how highly influential the man promoting them is. This man even went ahead to create his own NFT at some point, and also gave it a befitting funny name to go with, because
What ad did you get?
Floyd World NFT and Mayweatherverse.
1.1, some say 1.2.
But that's just not enough for Floyd Money Mayweather, because after he retired from boxing for the
What was the ad that you got, Jesse?
he later went on to become the most evil celebrity crypto scammer of all time.
But then he probably figured that if other people could do it with his influence, then he could just as well do it himself. Anyways, the project ended as a disaster, but Floyd would go on to create many other NFTs, including the Legacy, Floyd Mayweather Autograph Collection, and others. Oh, and not forgetting that time the boxing lord almost got into trouble for promoting a scam crypto coin alongside Logan Paul and Kim Kardashian. As you might have already guessed, the coin was...
What the fuck? Scare the shit out of me, bro. Thank you for the sub, bro.
What we have in Bitcoin today. Can you just imagine that? Thankfully, a couple of people who weren't morons sat in the audience that day, and they gave him...
That shit scared me, bro.
Turns out no one really cared about this concept, and their token is now down about 90% from its all-time high.
Fucking shit, bro. I should be walking. I can't, bro.
Come to think of it, though, why is Mr.
Look at Jesse.
Center of
Oh, fuck, bro.
He's already well established, and money should no longer be a problem for him, right? Well, except maybe that's exactly what his problem is.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, bro.
Why else would he owe his staff so much that they had to hold a
That shit woke me up.
This one is probably the last crack on the money empire that proves Mayweather is going broke and might soon file for bankruptcy. As most people will say, the
Broke weather.
The company has gone broke and can no longer sustain itself should be when its workers come out to organize a protest for non-payment of salary. Well, guess what? This has happened to Mayweather too. Here's his boxing gym staff organizing an all-out protest against the OG boxer because he hadn't paid their salary and kept owing them. And here, they were getting emotional because of the trauma they have to live through, being owed and not paid for the work and commitment they put into running the gym.
It has affected my mental health.
She really crying?
According to the workers, the gym's slogan is hard work and dedication. But even after giving their all, they still do not get paid. But then again, they are not the only ones to have called out Mayweather for owing them. From Logan Paul to 50 Cent, to the IRS, his jewelers, his workers, business partners, and on. The list is almost endless. There's even rumors
The no money making with Mayweather.
when he went to Dubai because he was owing them. You definitely have to stop and wonder why he cannot just simply pay off his debts, especially considering how rich he wants us to believe he is. Well, your guess is as good as ours. But hey, beyond all the scandals and controversies, this man here is an absolute god in the boxing game. I mean, never recording a loss throughout his career, even though he faced 50 opponents and fought over 20 world champions, that's definitely the stuff of legends right there. Little wonder he calls himself the best ever. Floyd also seems to be a dedicated family man, and we will be doing wrong by him if we do not also talk about some of the positives in his life. So, here's the legendary boxer's life and career story. If we are being fair to Mayweather, we must admit that he was born into a pretty tough and rough family. I mean, sharing a one-room apartment with your parents and up to 7 other family members could do some damage to any kid out there. However, that didn't deter Floyd in his early days. Instead, it was more like a fuel for his ambition. Born into the family of Floyd Mayweather Sr. on the 24th of February, 1977, this champ was introduced into the world of boxing at a very young age. Obviously, he came from a boxing heritage because his father and uncle were also professional boxers. In fact, his uncle, Roger Mayweather, was somewhat a successful fighter who won titles in his prime too. The man had even fought a young Pernell Whitaker before the latter went on to become a world beater. Roger also went on to beat a number of people and was quite famous in his prime.
And the boos you hear in the arena greet the entrance of the man whom Mexicans see as the Mexican assassin, a man who's built much of his career by knocking off Mexican fighters.
On the other hand, Floyd Mayweather Sr. was also enjoying a bit of success and respect in his boxing career. He too had fought a young Ray Leonard while the latter was still up and coming. All this was before a tragic family incident happened though. You see, while Floyd was just 1 year old, his mother's brother would come to the house with a gun and shoot his father in the leg. Of course, this incident ended Floyd Sr.'s boxing career, and it points to just the kind of rough life Mayweather Jr. had growing up. According to Money Mayweather, his mother was almost always on drugs, and his dad only knew how to show tough love, beating him for every single thing. At some point, he had to move to his grandmother's.
I live with my mother. At 7 of us live in a 1-bedroom. At one particular time, my mother was on drugs. My dad been shot by my mother brother. Sometimes I will stay with my grandmother.
Floyd would later move back to Grand Rapids, Michigan with his father, and that was where his life in the boxing world really kicked off. He started getting trained by his dad, and you could trust the old man to translate all that tough love to some serious training regimen. He wouldn't waste time to cuss out and even hit his boy anytime the young lad made any mistake.
If I make a mistake, my dad, kind of, cuss me out, slap me, check me.
And it was that tough love that translated into a tough training regime.
People say, his dad treat him like he was in a boot camp.
Now that we think about it, maybe that's how Money Mayweather really learned how to dodge and defend so well and fast. Anyways, his father has maintained that it has always been more about dedication and constant practice for him. According to the no-nonsense coach, he started training his son, even when the lad was still a baby.
People say, his dad treat him like he was in a boot camp. You know what? Look at him today. Believe it or not, I started training my son when he was a baby, right in the crib. I take his hands and start doing that. Pretty soon, my son started doing that on his own.
Little wonder the young champ could already do what 19-year-old boxers were still learning when he was just 10. Career and stardom. In his amateur level, Floyd Jr. accumulated an outstanding total of 84-6 fight record, winning the National Golden Gloves tournament 3 impressive times while at it. Of course, he had his father to thank for his early success in his career. It seemed like all that tough love and training had finally begun to pay off. Sadly, though, the older Mayweather would soon be convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison for a drug charge. This means that Floyd Jr. had to quickly mature and step into the responsibility of being a man at just 16 years of age.
I had to become a man at a young age, at 16. At 16, I had to provide for myself, had to make a way for myself.
In the year 1996, Floyd got the opportunity of getting introduced to a global audience when he competed as a featherweight boxer in the Atlanta Olympics. Of course, he took that chance and gave the performance of his lifetime. But sadly, he lost out at the semifinals, or as his team put it then, he was cheated out.
We all know I got ripped off, I gotta live with it, I'm just gonna, take my bronze medal, and go home, and, it's time for me to turn professional, I can't deal with this amateur boxing.
Anyways, that event fueled Mayweather's passion to never taste defeat again, and it sparked the beginning of this boxer's legend. In October of 1996, the young lad had his first professional fight against Roberto Apodaca, just 2 rounds. But he did not just stop there. He went on and on, beating just about any opponent that stood before him in the ring. By the time he was at 17 fights, the fast-rising boxer already had 13 knockouts and 17 wins. He was just too brutal and untouchable.
One of them to the body, and his short left hand landed inside. He is doing some damage right now. Left hook lands. Leija stunned again. And you can stop at any time.
Just 2 years after his first pro fight,
The fool was fighting nobodies.
October 1998, Floyd Jr. got the chance to challenge for a title, and it was against Genaro Hernandez, who he had always seen as his idol. Of course, this fight seemed like a mismatch in every sense of the word, because Genaro had already been fighting for about 12 years before Floyd got his first pro fight. Genaro had more fights, had more experience, had the title, and had more momentum. All Floyd was bringing to the ring was a dogged belief and some wicked punch combinations like Hernandez hadn't seen before.
And Hernandez has backed up against the ropes, just as Floyd told us he would, and Floyd going to work. Right hand lands for Hernandez. Floyd comes back with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-punch combination.
But guess what? That was enough. After some gruesome 8 rounds of boxing, Genaro Hernandez's corner waved the white flag, and Floyd became the champion he was always destined to be. From here on, Mayweather fought several other top shots in the boxing industry, from Diego Corrales to Luis Castillo, Arturo Gatti, Oscar De La Hoya, Juan Manuel Marquez, Victor Ortiz, Marcos Maidana, Pacquiao, Conor McGregor, and many others. But one thing was constant in all of these fights. He never lost any of them, not even a single one. At the end of his career, he had completed 50 fights without recording a single loss. No doubt about it, this legendary fighter had quite the career that anyone would ever dream of, and he's one of the greatest ever to ever do it in the ring. His legacy as a fighter will forever be told in golden words. However, his legacy outside the ring is where the real issues may arise. Even though Floyd Money Mayweather has enjoyed a legendary status career, that hasn't shielded him from getting into various controversies and public spats with dozens of people, starting with his own promoter, Bob Arum, who he accused of sabotaging his success and not providing enough support for his growing career, to his own dad, romantic partners, fellow fighters like Oscar De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Logan, and Jake Paul, amongst many others. However, one fallout that seems to be the loudest and most drawn out is the one he has with 50 Cent.
Well, that was funny.
Challenge for you, Floyd. If you could read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket out.
According to the rapper, they were almost the closest of friends for a long time, until Mayweather went to jail and 50 Cent had to step in and help in managing the fighters' businesses. He did a good job at this, and even injected some of his personal funds into these businesses, hoping to get refunded when his boxer friend comes out of jail. Unfortunately, though, the friendship turned sour when Floyd got out and refused to pay up. So from being friends, the two celebrities went to becoming public enemies, calling themselves out and washing their dirty undies in public.
And then when
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him.
Now, is it even surprising that the bone of contention here is money again? Anyways, we will let you be the judge. What next for Mr. The Best Ever? For now, though, we can only be grateful that our boxing legend, Floyd Money Mayweather, hasn't gotten to the point of filing for bankruptcy. The man has even come out to counter all the rumors about himself and his businesses going broke.
People are entitled to judge me for what they hear. Hearsay.
Okay.
Making assumptions. Just because I never came out and said, oh, let me explain, I don't have to explain that to nobody.
But then, whatever the case is, it is evident that there is some problem with the money empire, and Floyd has got to act swiftly before it all blows up and gets worse. Firstly, he has to be honest to himself and tone down on the show-off. I mean, he's already almost 50 and no longer a kid, so that lifestyle doesn't fit anymore. He also has to reduce the unnecessary expensive and extravagant buys.
Yes. You're 40 years of age. Dress your age. Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read. 40 years old carrying a school bag. The man doesn't even...
Overall, he needs to learn financial responsibility and money management. The careless style of living can only serve a person for so long, and we bet it has done that for Mr. Mayweather. Now, it's time to maintain a better legacy as the legend that he is.
The no money making Mayweather.
That's wind. No way.
The time is now 1:18 p.m. For the next 30 minutes only, all combatants you manage to knock out in Block A are worth 10 points each. Have fun. Begin.
Begin.
Should I stay put or run and hide? Stupid question. I have to keep moving. If 1,000 points is the goal, 10 per person in 30 minutes is almost negligible, meaning this will be an ongoing game. And from the looks of it, they staggered our entry times. I have to get a better feel for how this program works before someone gets the drop on me. The longer I spend blindly stumbling around out here, the greater my disadvantage.
Lucky me. I'm the first one here.
Of course other players would camp at the tunnel exits. I can't lose this. I have to strike first somehow.
Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Give me just a second to explain myself, okay? I'm not here to fight you, bud, I swear.
So you set up an ambush, but you don't want to fight? That seems unlikely.
Does it really count as an ambush if it's just me? Nah, man, I'm here to recruit you.
Come again?
Stay the hell away from me, you perverts!
Yuri?
Hey, Akira!
What happened? Are you okay?
Do I look okay to you? I'm being chased by an asshat avalanche!
Damn it! How'd that girl manage to outrun all of us?
That's no good. It's Team Red's stupid goon squad.
Hey, ain't you one of them little green army men? You out here on a recruiting mission too?
Kind of night early. I want to go meet me early to run tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got a great feeling about this.
All right, new kids. You see this intimidating dragon symbol?
You're looking at the notorious Hoodlum Quadrivium of Team Red.
The Red Dragon Team!
That fool has a banana head.
At least coordinate your logos.
Anyway, listen, green boy. Hand those two over to us quiet like, and maybe we'll let you walk away.
Mitsuru, you can't tell how hard I'm blushing, right? I really want to impress the girls.
Really? How stupid are you? That one's a man! Look, he's wearing a man's uniform!
Oh, no! Matsushita? Is that one a guy?
You and I are of one mind that girls in men's uniforms are hot as hell. But I'm afraid the build of the specimen leans quite masculine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight Matsushita the perv on this one.
Yes, there's no hiding these things from the expert. The female form just steams me up in a way I...
Shut it! Now prepare yourselves, mortals, for Red Dragon's ultimate combo! Moonflower Profusion! Beg for mercy or kiss your ass goodbye! You could at least act scared. Listen, Greenie, if you think you can take us, you got another thing coming. So be a good boy and back off. Come on!
Sorry, but I don't intend to sell these kids down the river just to save my own hide, you monsters! On my signal, I want you to turn around and book it. I'm not gonna let these Reds get their hooks in you.
Matsushita?
Leave everything to me.
Seriously? This has to be some kind of joke, right?
I believe you're all familiar with this cannon by now?
That weirdo's got your exact same cannon!
That's right, and there's no escape from the ultimate ability! Huh? Your cannon?
The ultimate ability, huh? Yes, that's right. You don't say. I also have the hand cannon. There, I can use it.
That little brat. Talk about rotten luck. We better grab
No, acabo de comer mac and cheese, güey. Thank you, though. Yeah, thank you.
Matsushita, blast him to smithereens!
I was hoping I'd get to try this!
Cocky little freaks. I wouldn't have put money on them getting the better of us there, but here we are.
Oh man, they're already gone.
Well, they can't have gotten that far. After them!
Are you okay?
Huh? That explosion take a bite out of you or what?
You'll have to go on without me. I'm too scared to stand up again.
You absolute buffoon!
If he's not coming, then I don't want to fight either. It's too scary.
I can't believe we let that kid get away. Guess we ought to come clean to the boss. But it ain't gonna be fun.
I can't believe you saved my butt and I haven't even introduced myself, let alone said thank you. So thanks, and I'm Katsuya Saito.
That's not necessary. You did everything you could to save us first, after all. And without you, those men likely would have dragged us away against our will. It was obvious that they were willing to hurt us to get whatever it was they wanted. But you didn't hesitate. You activated your ability and put yourself directly in harm's way for two strangers. You've clearly done this before. Is that the philosophy of the Greens? Shield all from the Reds, ally or not? My name's Akira Shirayanagi, by the way. She's Yuri Yamagake. And we should be thanking you. So thanks.
Who is this kid?
So, what's the deal with all the red versus green stuff, anyway?
All part of the game. Most people find that joining a team makes the third program way easier. I'm obviously green, and those dunces were obviously red. They're not cute and cuddly. That faction is led by two guys with super sharp minds and a couple of real crazy abilities.
And who leads your team, huh? You mentioned earlier that you were out here recruiting. I might be interested. Who should I talk to?
Look what the cat dragged in. You got some new recruits?
You know it. I want to take him to meet the big guy.
Cool. Let him in. Welcome on, bud.
How cool. They made a
safe and sound. And are you being a good boy, Taro?
Is that a baby? I know they didn't kidnap a baby.
Oh, wait, check it out. No cuffs. That's right. You're looking at a natural-born citizen. Pretty weird, huh? His mother was 3 months pregnant when they first pulled her into the game.
She uses her ability to work, so I watch him while she's gone. But you're totally welcome to hold him if you like. Wanna?
Yes, please.
Pregnant women, kids, and old folks? Yep. We don't turn anyone away. Don't look so surprised. I thought that's why you wanted to come here. This program is nothing like the first two. Why the sudden twist? It's bizarre.
See ya. Bye.
Welcome, one and all, to the Team Green World Headquarters. This is the central hub of our base. Boss man's back there. I'll see if he's available to chat with you. Go ahead and make yourselves at home.
So, I guess we meet again. That was a pretty quick reunion.
It sure was.
Yes, you played. I suck.
But it's super awkward after such an emotional goodbye.
Yeah, tell me about it. Though you know, I was going to look for you the first chance I got. So I'm not complaining.
It's nice to find a place that actually feels safe. Is that why you wanted to visit?
Sorta. That's definitely a plus. But what I really wanted to know is how they're able to game the system so well. It shouldn't be possible to care for the weak like this. The fact that they can afford to do so suggests they're incredibly strong. Imagine what it must take to keep this base secure while they're actively recruiting newcomers and facing ever-evolving threats. They must have multiple members with first-class abilities. And an intelligent leader who can make it all happen. I think this team might be exactly what I need. Right this way.
My name is Shirasagi. On behalf of Team Green, I bid you welcome. I understand you two saved our Katsuya's life out there today. For that, please allow me to thank you.
Well, he's actually the one who saved us.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had quite a day, but I promise you'll be safe here. You're Akira Shiroyanagi, yes? Katsuya tells me you're interested in learning more about us, and that you're lucky enough to possess the hand cannon. We would be very glad to have you on the team. The Greens have been gravely lacking in powerful abilities like yours.
All right, so what happened to... They must have tons of first-class abilities, genius.
I thought... And speaking of which, what's your ability?
Huh? Wait, mine?
Yeah, you're joining up too, right? I'd love to hear it, if you don't mind sharing.
Sure, it couldn't hurt. I don't know if you're familiar with it already, but mine is the quintuple your physical abilities one.
Could you repeat that?
Okay. I can quintuple my physical abilities?
No way! Are you for real?
Yes?
It's just that the hand cannon is great and all. I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect an A-class talent or anything, but this, Yuri, the quintuple ability is in the super ultra rare A-plus class!
Wow, I had no idea.
If you think about it for 2 seconds, it is pretty game-breaking.
Katsuya! I can't believe you brought us a cannon
Katsuya!
and double at the same time!
If they stay, this could change everything. Turn the tides of this whole stupid program.
You did so good! Good boy! Do excuse me. I lost my head for a moment. I'm sure you have a number of questions as to the nature of this program. I'll explain everything as thoroughly as I can. But let's start with the basics. You should each have an interface, which is where you'll keep track of the points you need to advance. Points are earned by completing tasks and quests assigned by Neon and her underlings. And if you haven't yet seen, they also function as currency and can be used to make purchases from the organization in charge.
That's cool. Like what?
Mostly food and medical supplies, but also refills of stuff our abilities consume, and occasionally valuable information.
They want us to camp out, complete quests, and decide when to spend and what to save to meet the ultimate 1,000-point goal. When I first arrived, most players formed teams of about 10 or less. It made sense. Small groups are highly mobile and have closer-knit relationships with fewer fights over point distribution. Before long, we began to hear whispers of a team rapidly expanding its membership into the dozens. I thought that was strange, but I paid it no mind. We were preoccupied with our own survival. Eventually, a much more unsettling rumor reached our ears. The team we had ignored was now kidnapping people for reasons unrelated to their quests. It should come as no surprise that this was Team Red who came after you today.
Those idiots? But you just said they're not getting anything out of it anyway, so what the hell's the point?
Akira, any guess as to why that is?
It's because they have no intention of moving on to the 4th program. That's it, right?
What?
That's exactly it. This isn't a place anyone particularly enjoys, but there's no guarantee that the next program will be any better. Out here, you can at least collect enough points and materials to get by, provided you have a decent ability. So with that in mind, Team Red began their usurpation and turned this world into their own little kingdom. They target those with lesser abilities and hold them captive to exploit them for easy points, living like royalty off the backs of the weak.
So the thing is, sir...
Now spit it out. I'm told the 4 of you let a cannon kid get away. If you want to explain yourselves, I'm all ears.
Yes, sir. So, actually, we kinda... What's with the creepy nude chick?
Never mind. You at least got his face a name, right? I'm not worried about losing a cannon or two. That won't turn the tables on us now. Rin, let's give the boys a beer for their troubles. Well, come.
Thanks, lady.
I told you what would happen the next time you failed.
Schizophrenic Baptiste gameplay.
I think that's quite enough, number 1.
Huh?
I've told you before, I don't mind if you discipline them, but try not to make a mess.
And I've told you it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you, baby.
Oh, on the contrary. If so much as a single drop of blood touches my clothes, I'll have to kill the man it belonged to. Take this trash with you on your way out. Chop chop.
So, what's next for the cannon kid?
You're right that the cannon itself is largely irrelevant. What has me stumped right now is how a newcomer like that managed to escape from our little procurement team so easily. And if you ask me, there's more to this newbie brat than meets the eye.
Yeah, like what?
We had a significant influx of extras today. It's not inconceivable that one of them could have a rare ability like yours, number 1. And if they were to team up with someone like me, that would demand our attention.
Unfortunately, the abuse doesn't stop at simple point farming. They torture and even kill their own subordinates.
They do what? Monsters.
Knowing that, I refused to sit idly by any longer. I had to get involved. So I created a force in opposition to Team Red to protect those they sought to control.
And simply called yourselves Team Green.
And there's yet another faction out there. In truth, it's a bit of a catch-all. They each have their individual objectives, but they all declare neutrality in our conflict, so we leave them be. That's Team Blue. So you have one team who hunts the weak, our team who opposes them, and a third faction that remains neutral. That about sums up our political climate out here. This program is otherwise lawless. So, whether we like it or not, we'll have to engage Team Red in a full-scale conflict eventually. Hence the recruiting. We need you two. Please fight with us.
I'm in. If they really are that horrible, then they deserve to be destroyed. I'll do it myself if I have to.
I imagine you'll follow suit, Akira? You're already in conflict with the Red Dragons, and word has doubtlessly spread to their leaders. And if you were the kind of man to go blue, I don't think you would have visited us in the first place. It sounds like your choice has been made for you.
You're not gonna bail now, right?
I'd prefer to make up my own mind. And I do want to choose this path. But I need to have a good reason to do so. I still have one option you haven't considered.
Hmm?
Kira!
Hey, put the both of you! If you approach, he'll shoot. Yes, fair enough. You could always take me hostage. That would open quite a few doors. But it could also damage bridges better left unburned. Think carefully now.
Impossible. I can't activate it. Why? It should appear under these conditions. He must have some sort of power that suppresses inactive abilities. Unless... No. He's not convinced I have the cannon in the first place, is he?
Put your stupid hand down already! What's your deal?
Oh, wonderful. You do have the cannon. Are you ready to see where this takes you, young Akira? Then go ahead. Fire, and you just might find the answers you seek.
With that one, I might end it today. We'll go meet me early today. I hope I wake up tomorrow to go run. That's the plan for tomorrow. Wake up early and go run. It's gonna work? No. Maybe not. But we're gonna try. Good night, though. Good night, Jesse Cool. Good night, Nanchan. Good night, though.